Welcome, everyone. I know we're late. I'm sorry. My internet does not care, though. Welcome to volume 18 of Undead Unluck today. We do have Vante here. He is just switching over to a different system, so hopefully we can get the audio levels a little bit more adjusted today. But today we have chapters 152 through 160. The last volume was the guerrilla warfare arc / volume. And yeah, I love the last volume so much. Did not expect to get Sean characterization. Welcome Wirt, welcome someone, welcome Jenny. Thank you guys for being patient with us. We do have 8 viewers today, which is great. Yeah, Vante is here. He's just, like I said, getting his mic all situated. Space. How you doing, Larry? Okay. But specifically last chapter, while we're waiting for Vante to get... Oh, no. I'll wait till he actually gets back. So that way, you guys... I do have a fun little theory about heart. All right. And he is back. I think he also has to add his mic. I had a lot of fun with this thumbnail, if you guys aren't aware. Clicks, welcome.
All right.
That's true. Good. Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, Clep? Okay,
hey,
so Vante, you can hear me, right?
Yep, all good.
All right, so let me tell you guys a quick little theory that I have. It incorporates like 4 or 5 points, so I would really like this if this were true. It is about the location of Heart, the final heavenly artifact. I believe that it is located within Apocalypse. And the reason why I think that is because we are finally going to break his heart of stone and get him to join the team one last final time. Now, how I think that's going to be beneficial to us is that Layla is actually already a negator. I think that she is unheart. And I think that her having unheart will allow her to essentially remove Heart from Apocalypse, thus killing him. But this is how we can give life to Andy, specifically into Remember, so that way Victor and Andy can both be separate.
Yep, I honestly can see why you said 4 to 5 theories in one. So I didn't hear the first part, but you said that Heart is within Apocalypse?
Apocalypse. Yeah.
Why? Exactly.
So the reason why I thought of that is because what artifacts do we know of that are sentient? Because Andy is not technically Remember. So The only artifact that we know of that is specifically sentient is Rebellion, which is also another one of the 3.
I see what you mean. So based off of Rebellion being a sentient artifact and Apocalypse would also Apocalypse being sentient through Heart is how it's so it gives it sentience to Apocalypse via Heart. That's interesting, and plus it is ironic of Apocalypse because
correct,
he got no heart for us, quote unquote. So that would be some irony there. Aegis being sentient would be really fucked up. Yeah.
That's the one part where I'm like, I don't really know if this theory is true or not, because of the fact that Aegis, to our knowledge, is not sentient. But this is the last loop was the first loop that we ever encountered it. So yeah. Oh no,
Hmm.
Clip. Absolutely not. Especially given, like I said, my family backstory. Like I just have a soft spot for those type of characters that are involved specifically with war.
Yeah, Creed. That's funny. His character is very much a 180. I'm like, okay, what's up with this guy? Why is he so? I'm like, oh, okay. Now you know it's trauma. Oh, that makes sense. A lot of sense. And yeah, the whole thing with the military shit is just that's fucked up, and it's very realistic.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Fucking Sean.
And
Sean,
I think it would
Sean.
also kind of play into, because we were saying how Nico and Ichiko were kind of related to each other's stories in terms of his negator power activating. So if
Yeah.
Layla did indeed have Unheart, that could have activated on the pair of twins, and then, down the line cause more tragedy because that she has the either heart disease or what have you. So I thought that was a cool way to kind of like incorporate her into the story.
Then again, though, would that mean that we have to see a Uma heart
I think so.
since that's an artifact?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the heart artifact. So, how would so say this theory? Okay, say this theory is what's actually going down. What do you think that Uma heart will play a part in that?
Mm, it's going to depend on if we get to see like Uma death / Uma luck, because we've still not seen like the hierarchy as it relates to the Umas, and we have very little knowledge of the 101 negators. So
Right.
I'm curious if those, Umas that we haven't seen up until this point are actually held within the sun itself, or if
Hmm.
that's where God's full body is.
Mm.
And then we did also get a 1v1 at the end of volume 17 for Creed, not Creed. I'm looking at Creed's name. Billy versus Fuko.
Yep. Wild. Billy is wild as fuck already though. Like he's just like his senses. I mean, like I said, he got to be one of the best blind manga because like, bro's already OP without like using his ability or even activating it.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. Bro solo Sean easily, you know. He thought it was smart for him to go invisible on the blind man, and then
I didn't think this through. You never think things through.
oh man, Pocky is the One Piece though. Okay, interesting.
Kebab, welcome. Sorry about the delay, guys.
Right, it is ironic. Billy's conditioned to win this to shoot Fuko to her ear, and the last loop she shot his ear off. Yes, that is the most Sean shit ever. Invisible and the blind man. That's y'all guy though, right? That's y'all guy, right?
Top 7, huh? Could be
Wild.
me, though.
I don't like. I'm trying to think. He gotta be doing some more shit in the manga for him to be that high. If that's not the case, I ain't gonna lie. Japan be letting me down with these polls, man. These character votes, man. For every series I've seen, they get like the first 3 right, usually. And why is this person so high up? I don't understand it.
Well, apparently he is peak.
JJK is about to have another one next week, and there was one JJK poll for a character that was hella high. I'm like, how? You haven't seen the character yet, but like, yeah, I'm like, what? It's like it's like the same of putting like Ruin from the last loop up to like top 10 or some shit.
In like a couple chapters.
Yeah. and just being like a trash ass character, basically, like just having those tendencies of being like that. I'm like, no. Sean is peak. You will see. Okay, maybe, and no, I won't. He's invisible. I won't even see it. You're at number one on polls.
Oh God.
You know what? If Sean, quote unquote, does something invisible, I'm not going to see it. Like, I'm not even going to acknowledge it because he wasn't there. I don't see him. Sean said this really funny thing later in the story, and I'm not going to laugh. Roger, he laughed. No. Vontae didn't laugh.
Vontae didn't laugh.
He has some good stuff in his volume. I mean, okay, let's see.
What's the phrase? Every broken clock is right twice a day.
He's looked up the JJK poll. I think if you read JJK, I think you know the character I'm thinking about. It's Yikes. I forget, it might have been like the poll before the last one, I think. So in the beginning of around the beginning of Clone Games or before that, actually. Yeah, that character. Nope. Absolutely not. I don't get it. And the person that he's right above, or right, yeah, that he's above, no. All right. Oh my god, I can't believe Tezuka waited for 17 volumes to properly introduce Sean, the true MC. Andy and Fuko there now. Wow. What did Sean do to me? I mean, it's not even. It's not really Sean's fault. It's like y'all's fault. Mixed with like Sean just being whack, like in the anime. Buddy got bodied. I know things happen in their favor. You know, after the whole book thing and the Soul Calibur thing and whatnot. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, Sean, damn, okay, he's dead. Boom, bye. And then we didn't see him no more. And I just been calling him ever since, man. His personality, whack. His clothes, whack. Everything, whack. And then the chat, y'all just kept saying Sean the GOAT. And then I was like, nah, man. I can understand the Agoo, but Sean, get him out of here.
Oh yeah, guys, we are going to do a character ranking poll, so tier list for Loop 100, or are we going to just wait till we get caught up at this point?
Oh yeah, Vince. Yep. You know what I'm talking about. Hell no. It's like the equivalent of putting like Mineta in top 8. It's just like characters that are purposely written a certain way for you to not like them. Why the hell? Like there's a difference between like some people. Like if there's like a villain, and they're just doing villain shit, and they're that high, I can understand it. But it's a certain level to where I'm like, nah, nope. Especially for Japan, because I'm like, usually they love like the more positive characters and stuff. So it's strange that they
Japan has some weird taste. And this
is very
not
strange.
Just for Undead. Like I've seen a couple of weird My Hero ones. That stupid chainsaw man pole, like Kobani's car. Why is that above all of your characters? I feel like it's almost a meme at this point, right?
Yeah, probably. Yep, exactly. There's charismatic villains and there's spondoms. Exactly. And that's the epitome of that. After this volume is impossible. Okay. I guess that's the cue to start the volume. All right.
All right. You can start us off, Vontae.
All right. Yo, what's up, Lauren?
We appreciate it.
All right, bet. You know the author ate his pet. Okay, yeah, the goldfish shit. Yeah.
Let's get into it. Did you start, Vontae?
I didn't know.
Okay. Oh, that's
One
right. You switched
second.
over to jump. So you.
Shit is messing up.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
disrespecting her car. I'm just saying
Boom.
that's a weird poll result.
Bro, like Deku shoes, man.
Mhm.
All right. Undead Unluck, chapter 152. And by the way, guys, I will be turning on my camera later on once we do the the blind react duo chapter thing, the jig that we do every stream. But yeah, I like this color page. This cover page right here is fire. I like that. Hey man, quick draw, man. And we're not talking about Usai here. Shout out Usai though. Anyway, chapter 152 is called Gunfight. Damn, I just realized like Fuko really is a gunslinger for real. Like she was in the 1800s, and obviously we've seen her use guns for a long time. That's
Ante, is your mic all right? We can't hear you. Ante! Oh! Am I in purgatory? Or is Vontae in purgatory? You decide! Until, yeah, I know. I see that he just muted himself.
I'm going to switch back. I didn't really start though. I already heard you.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay. I'm gonna switch back to the app because this is not working.
Okay.
This is not working at all.
Okay, so what sort of, I guess, environment would you guys like to see these characters in? So obviously you see the cover for 18, you saw the cover for volume 17. What other kind of environment would you like to see them in? So personally, I would like to see them in kind of like a futuristic, like Tron environment.
You said I got until. Oh boy. I didn't really say much. I was just saying I seen the chapter title and I was just saying how Fuko, she really a gunslinger for real. She was in the 1800s going crazy. So I'm like, Billy, I don't know if you want this. Because at first I was like, Billy, that's his thing. But I'm like, nah, that's Fuko's thing too. Very much so. No, you're not
Sir
late because this is
Cookies,
barely starting
welcome.
right now. A lot of technical difficulties.
Sorry, guys.
All right. All right, I'm back. So let me start this chapter 152. All right. Okay. Boom. Okay, we're good. Chapter 152. It is called Gunfight. Once again, you guys couldn't hear me, but I said dope cover page, dope stuff right there. We start once the coin lands on disc. One of your guys can do the honors. I'll have to shoot through your I have to shoot through your right ear, but you just need to shoot me anywhere on my body to win. Even if we hit each other at the same time, you win. Even if you hit me after I hit you, you win. Basically, I win so long as I don't miss, right? Are you sure you aren't being too generous? He's being mad generous because, like I said, Fugo, in terms of all of her attributes as a gunslinger, she should be better than him at this point. In this loop. Obviously, if we talking about the one, nope. I'm going to take off my shoes so I don't slip. I can see the coin land, but you can only tell from the sound. Maybe we should stand back to back. No, this is fair. Ooh, she got some shivers, huh? He hasn't copied Unavoidable. Mr. Billy doesn't have Unfair just yet. Right. I won't let him end up like he did in the last one. Mr. Nico, anytime you're ready. Okay. A lot of shooting going on. Disc has been stolen. They've left us for dead. I know you're there. Fight me to the bitter end. Undecrease. I like to, but I'm out of ammo. I'm sorry, everyone. In the end, what were we all here to? Uh oh. Oh, is this? Oh, okay. This is from the 100, right? Gotta be. Yeah. Uh oh. Oh shit. You see the black stuff, shadowy shit around? Reloaded themselves. Oh no, the bullets reloaded themselves. I see. It's the same for him. Damn. At Ricochet, it stopped the Gatling gun. Let's fight. Till the two of us are satisfied. Billy Alfred. Okay, this was Louise. We seen a clip of him or scene of him at the grave and whatnot. This when Louise ends up recruiting him. Survivor of the Baruja War, fought against Undecreased to the very end. Billy Alfred. I venture you had an ability manifest as well. What kind of ability is it? I don't mind suffering. I can overcome it through my convictions. But other people being forced to suffer, that I can't get behind. Damn. So I can go through the burden. Oops. Hold on. I did not mean to go back. Please don't lag, voice. All right, there we go. Scoot this over here. All right. I'm always wondering why, for certain people, life has to be so unfair. Veronica and Betty Alfred. Oh shit. Is that Veronica and Betty Alfred? So family members seems like siblings, his sisters or something like that. Hmm. I wanted to say it for his parents or whatever, but nah, because both of their names, Betty, Veronica, women names. Or his wife, yeah. I heard your wife and daughter. Oh, why did I think of that? I'm stupid. Anyway, I heard your wife and daughter were taken in an accident. If my daughter were still alive, wait, hold on. I'm always wondering why for certain people life has to be okay. I heard your wife and your daughter were taken in an accident. If my daughter were still alive, she'd be 10 now. And then Tatiana. The parallels. We said this a long time ago too with Tatiana. Probably reminds him of his daughter and whatnot. Do you fight as a mercenary as a way to atone for them? I'm just really fixated on saving people, which is why I'm going to join your organization. Because with my ability, I can save even more people. But to accomplish that, I need allies, strong allies. If it means achieving my goal, I'll try. I'll fabricate anything and everything. I'm unbelievable. I need allies who I can trust. Then, damn. Just seeing that in context again after what we had learned previously in the one, well, when we were reading through those volumes in the 100 loop. Those guys won't do. They're good kids, but they don't belong in the battlefield. It gives a lot of context. So much more context. Damn. Wow. Because like these three, they know about the battlefield. They know. He's like, all them other kids, man, the Union and what they're innocent. Damn. They're not much older than my daughter, despite already going through so much tragedy. You're still trying to fight. It's unfair. This shouldn't be allowed to persist. Damn. That's why I plan on stealing it. I'll garner all their hate, copy their powers, and fight in their stead. Damn. There's a lot I need to prepare. I'd appreciate your help, Roger. Garner hate, huh? Are you even capable of that? You're such a softie. You even tried to sweet talk me back when we were enemies. Billy, I'll pull it off because I've got nothing left to lose. Wow. He's just so good, man. Like, we were just talking about this when we were reacting to Demon Slayer the other day. And we are talking about how Uzui is like that character that's like the hard shell character, like a hard out exterior, but inside you're a softie. And Billy is like, he is the epitome of that, very much so. He's just golden, man. Top 5. The strong will protect the weak and suffer in their stead. That's how the world should work. The strong should bear it all. Then things will finally be fair. And all the memories up until he met Tatiana. Boom. Mr. Billy, your kindness is unfair. Here goes. That kindness has brought people to tears. The events of this war have changed considerably from the one in the previous loop. You might not become unfair anymore, and that's just fine. I'll cut you free right here and now. Once again, this kind of reminds me of like the whole how Victor is looking at Julie, trying to like save her from the burden, the misery from that burden. And the same thing Foucault is doing for Billy. Like both of those kind of characters, Billy and Julie, they kind of deserve that. They carry the burden, even though they're like very kind people within. It's crazy. Mr. Billy, what the? I'm about to take your kindness, your sense of what's fair, and negate it. Oh shit. To everyone present, disc falling was completely unexpected. Wow. This technique, which will later be dubbed the nostalgia bullet, what the hell, can be applied to anything that is firmly etched into Foucault's memories. By touching that thing for a certain period of time, she can imbue it with unluck. Once another person touches that target, similar to a bad bullet, it will pass the unluck to that person, or in this case, Nico. Unluck? No way. I touched the disc after Foucault touched it with her bare feet. It's a stroke of unluck. Get away from me in this. Shit. What happened? This is tilting. Tell her, are you okay? Don't you worry. He's safe and sound. Lord Void, what about you? If I don't do this, then he'll run and help his buddy. Unavoidable. Boom. Worry about yourself. Let us handle the rest. Billy, what are you? Ooh, look at that panel. I like that panel with the tilting. Ooh, that's fire. Why aren't you helping your boss? Isn't this an alarming situation for you guys too? Are you abandoning her? Is that how allies should act? You just don't know, my boy. You don't know, man. We'll be fine. Get him, Foucault. Daddy, are you leaving again? Sorry, Betty. Oh no. Stop. I'll be back soon, Veronica. It's fine. You don't have to rush, huh? No, but it's not fair to expect you to take care of the house and Betty all the time. I knew what I was getting into when I married you, honey. Have faith and leave things to me. You're always way too eager to take care of people. I'll be a good girl till you're back, Daddy. Why? How are you able to place so much trust in your allies, the strength of your spirit? Is downright unfair. Then change it. Ooh, that's fire. I like that. Unavoidable, unchanged, undraw, unfair as manifested. However, the conditions differ from that of unfair in the past. The previous condition called for being perceived as hostile, while this is going to be the opposite, which is perfect for him. He ain't going to suffer no more. Perfect. You're wrong. The condition this time around is acknowledging one's strength. What? I can't draw my gun. Billy's kind, fair nature gave it new form. Unfair. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Whoa. We don't seek strength on our own. We support each other. We're keeping things fair by believing in the possibilities. This was a really good chapter. Damn, that was a good chapter.
Wow.
Why is Billy chapters always so, like, I don't know. Billy just be having no chapters, man.
I want you to take a look at page 11. That's a little funny detail.
Yeah, stop bugging. Okay, go back. Talking about the locket.
Yeah, it's in Braille. So that's a picture of his family.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I didn't. That's interesting. I was looking at that. Okay, yeah. Damn. I never even thought about that. Like in real life, a locket with like Braille on it.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. That's cool. I like that.
Nostalgia bullet. That's insane.
Yeah.
So Foucault 1,000,000% was the right choice to be the next Looper, especially how she's developed her ability. Mm-hmm. So I 100% feel as well that Andy/Victor is able to make multiple clones that do not disappear after 30 seconds. Right. Oh, the locket says "We love you" in Braille.
Yeah, I like that. I like the addition. It's not just about the strength, but also, I mean, it's not just about protecting, but also the strength part of it as well. It's like a play on the last loop of how his ability worked, but it's different because now he doesn't have to use the hostile, the despising piece of it, where they have to hate him for, So perfect.
Klep, so to that point, I was thinking that potentially Lucy might have gained the ability once Billy's daughter died. I think she
What's
might
funny?
have been the original unhealthy.
When I was reading, I was going to say something about Lucy because the snot and all that, but I was like, nah, that would be interesting.
Oh, holy shit, Vontae. There's a mom and a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What if he just thinks they died?
I mean,
he's blind. How would he know?
I mean, but like, what are you thinking from just because he's blind doesn't mean you wouldn't know.
Well, what did he say? He said they got taken in by assassins, or they were the result of something. What did they say? Were taken in an accident. I mean, that's very vague.
I just feel like he would find out with his senses. He'll find out. Like, I don't know. I'm just looking at Billy like, okay, he's a man that can do anything, even without seeing. He can get the
no, someone. That's not what I mean. They are blind to trauma. I refuse to be traumatized.
That's a good ass chapter, man. I'm gonna keep saying
Billy the Goat, man. Chapter. Billy the Goat.
Yeah. No pun intended. Pun intended. Both.
Billy the Goat. Billy Goat.
I don't get it. Like, and that's something that I did need from his character too, because like I was like, okay, he's actually a kind guy. But then that other part of him saying how like these kids here in the Union, like, nah, we have to do it because we were on the battlefield. We know about war. We can handle it. And then he said in the chapter, I can handle all these things to myself, but for other people, I'm just a big softy. I'm kind, trying to help everybody. Billy's that dude. He genuinely like. I mean, this is not even recency bias. I've been feeling this since volume, what was it, 14?
Mm-hmm.
He's honestly probably one of my favorite characters in anime. Like, just the archetype of him, like him being like how you said you like characters that are, like
a rough
tough,
exterior, but are big old softies on the inside.
Mm-hmm. He's like the epitome of that. He really is.
Yeah.
Like, he's still badass while also being a kind guy. Most anime, they don't know how to balance it too. I feel like they balance it really well for him because his power literally works off of that, of his own kindness. So, really good. Yeah, he's always been the GOAT. Even when we first seen him betray us, we was like, oh yeah, he's that guy. Instantly, we was like, oh, he's him. Yeah. He's one of them. And then it just kept growing more and more since then. So,
yeah, especially with the spring arc, that's when he really ascended for me.
Mm-hmm. I love the stuff with him and Andy. I was like, okay, that's when we started to understand him a little bit more before we actually got the revelation of who he really is. That was dope. All right, I'm gonna let you go into the next chapter now.
Okie dokie. Hi guys, so chapter 153, Fair Play. I lost. I won? I was so quick that Mr. Billy couldn't even draw his gun? That's not possible. Don't tell me. Mr. Billy copied Undraw. Mr. Billy, Unfair has manifested. Your negation ability is called Unfair. It's a copy ability. Huh? Negation ability? Yes, but why? Does this mean that Miss Yusai hates you? No, that can't be the reason. It must be that your interpretation of fairness has changed. Just like with Mr. Sean. You seem awfully pleased. She is just a butterball of wholesomeness here. Yes! Last time, it was animosity from his target. This time, it's envy towards his target. After all, now you won't need to betray us. We did it, Tatiana! Unfair's conditions changed as a result of meeting Fuko and the others. I'll ask you again. Will you be a part of our team? All right, looking off into the distance. What? Fuko, bad news. That stroke of unluck? Stop! Gina, that's enough! And that goes for the rest of you, too. Never mind me, damn it. Mr. Nico! Fuko, stop them. Everyone's gonna die. This is unluck? Are you sure? Was it back then? I gave unluck to Disc via my feet, but that shouldn't have been enough to... I must have fulfilled the conditions by touching it with my bare feet. It's coming after me, no matter how far I run on the psychopod. I'm its target, no doubt. It's not your fault. In fact, I'm glad it's me. This whole shebang has been a blast. No way. Oh, we finally getting some consequences? But Nico, man, he is the MVP. There is no way that we can go without him. I don't like this. This can't be. What the? Are these tanks? What the hell's a commanding officer doing on the verge of tears? You're decreasing morale. Suck it up. Mr. Creed! What are you guys doing? I told you to make a break for it. Don't be stupid. We still owe ya. You ain't dying on our watch. Ain't that right, boys? Yes, sir! Fuko, you helped save my men. Now it's our turn to do the same. Give the order. We're gonna try to take out Disc? Give the order. Everyone, thank you. Deploy an unchanged barrier to the side. Affix it to the trees. Miss Yusai, use Undraw to make sure those trees can't uproot. Mr. Void, Mr. Ishin, Mr. Sean, support the barrier. Mr. Creed, keep attacking from outside the barrier. Unchange, undecrease, undraw. Roger! Crap, what do we do? Think. No one above, no one below. Fair and square, eh? Is he going to copy Unluck? You're a good team that supports one another. You should let us join the party. Until, unfair, hand going up, fixing his hair to the Billy we know and love. Bossa, tell me, am I using this thing right? Yes! Mr. Billy, wrap Disc in Unchange and use Undraw as well. Huh? Can I even wield two at the same time? That was a question we had for the longest time. You did it in the past, so it should work. Miss Ichiko, take Mr. Nico as far away from here as you can. Roger. Say what? What about you guys? There's a chance that you can escape Unluck's range. Let's go, Mr. Nico. Hold up. I don't want to be the only guy who's saved. If that's the case, I'll stay here too and... Nico, you idiot. Soul punch! Listen to orders, damn it. As our eyes are all different cross-eyed directions. Ouch! Astral projection. That's it. This can work. Huh? All forces retreat. Hop on Housto-Un. Huh? Am I actually gonna die? You stay right there, Mr. Nico. Hey, way to... Oh, crap. So, since it is him in the form of a soul, it's not going to materially affect him. And I love this kind of... He was so happy that Ichiko was saved, and now she's going to be so happy that he is saved. Directly from her, but... Ooh, that artwork is crazy. Nico! Kaido! Don't worry. Unluck is imparted to the soul. And with Mr. Nico in soul form, that physical stroke of Unluck won't work on him. Whoop! Hack! Talk about having it rough. Nico, you're alive. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad. I'm sorry. I'm sure that was frightening. Hey, no biggie. Besides, that was a fine stroke of unluck. Huh? Remember. Huh? What? How did you find it? What are they talking about? Well, I was getting blasted away. I could see it sticking out of the ground. Beats me. Also, something about it felt kind of nostalgic. Flashes to Andy. Yes, I bet. You didn't just stop the war, you wiped out the whole island. I love blowing up islands in the morning. Just got blown to smithereens too. Oh well, that thing's better off gone. Mr. Billy, Mr. Tella, Mr. Creed, your backup was appreciated. Thank you so much. Backup? What do you mean? Huh? No, sorry for jumping to conclusions. I was just convinced, you would join our team, so. That was teamwork. We're a team, right? Hi! Well, what jobs do you have for us? You've got 3 soldiers coming aboard. Throw the hard work on our way, or else we'll get rusty. Huh? Are you sure? Positive. I haven't been risking life and limb on the battlefield for nothing, you know. Don't be shy. Lay it on me. That's great. I was hoping for a soldier's help for where we're going next. Our next stop? Space! I hate heights. What? Seriously? If you need a rocket, leave it to me. But why? We're going to save little Phil.
What the heck? What?
Is Phil an alien?
That's what I was. Okay. I think that makes a lot more sense. You know something else I was thinking about when it comes to some of the other kids and their tragedies?
Yeah.
Like, if we prevent the tragedies, how will we actually get them on our within the union if their parents are not gonna let them? You know what I mean? If we like, so does that mean that their parents should have to die, or well, actually, with Tom,
So like
it
Tatiana?
wasn't nothing like that. Yeah, exactly, Tatiana. How would that work? How will we convince parents to be, oh yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if your daughter's floating in a bubble of her own creation, I don't really think
And
you can
things-
raise her.
Right, and things like that does happen in a lot of fictional stories where they're like, oh, you know what? We believe in you. We believe in you, kiddo. So, yeah. I was just
I'm gonna
thinking
send you to
about
this hero school. It's had 4 terrorist attacks this year, but you know.
the soul stuff is real interesting.
Oh, man, it just keeps getting developed more and more. Like, I feel like love was the name of the game in the first loop, and like souls are the name of the game in the second loop.
Damn, Andy, you could have if you're doing some good stuff with your soul, you wouldn't have to get out of your skin and shit and shed to feel that that pain.
I want to taste a meteor. You what?
Nice. And look at Billy's face, man, throughout the chapter. It just reminds me of Juiz once again, like the parallels. Whenever Fuko is able to get that out of them, they start to be who they truly are, kind people, how they used to be.
Especially how he laughs
they
at like the
are.
bottom of page 16 / onto 17. Like that is
Yeah.
Juiz finally letting down her mask.
Exactly.
Little Phil. I don't know. What happened to Phil?
E.T.
Hey.
But then again, though, I mean, so remember when Galaxy wasn't Phil was? I don't know what the hell is he? Because if he's an alien, how? If he didn't exist originally, well, when Uma Galaxy wasn't there before.
Because they did say that humans could not achieve space travel because of the discrimination that they have between one another. So the only thing that I can think of is this was the start of their astronaut program. maybe Phil was the first member of a family to be sent up to space, or maybe he was even like an experiment to where like, oh, what would happen if a kid grew up in space?
He's a baby satellite. He's just floating around. Or no, I know what happened. Maybe since he's young, I don't know how young he is, but maybe Fuko, she created a meteor before, and then he came down. All jokes, but where he come from, man? Who he? Yeah, I don't know what he is.
Maybe he was a test tube baby that was created in space?
Probably. Has to be something like that.
Meteor baby, confirmed. It's the only explanation.
Meteor baby. Coughing baby with his hydrogen bomb. Meteor baby.
Oh. You enjoy the next chapter.
All right. Chapter 1. Okay, let me switch back. All right.
I like the stream for meteor babies, people.
Yes, like the stream for meteor baby. Meteor baby? In the title? All right. Chapter 154 of Undead Unluck. Ooh, nice. Yep. We are here. We are in our astronaut year. Nice. And chapter 154 is titled Select. Where's the regular status report? What happened? This experiment can't go public. Failure is not an option. You can hear me? Come in. 3 days ago, a space station built by a certain country in secret seized communications. Hold on tight. This is hacked surveillance camera footage from a few minutes before it went dark. Mom, it hurts. Hold on just a little longer. You can clearly see that the station was attacked, and likely not by human means. We should be safe here. It's sturdy. It's either a Uma or interesting. Okay. Or an alien. Help. An alien. We will go by rocket and save this child field. Wow, okay, so he's an astronaut child. So yeah. Astro baby, Astro boy. to space to save him? I'm no expert, but aren't rockets dangerous? Is it really worth the risk? Phil's only 6 years old. Okay. Confirmation. Right now he's likely with his mom in the station shelter waiting for help. And that's when his ability will manifest. Damn. The ability to negate feelings and sensations. Unfilled. Damn. I don't know what. The trauma there. I can already see. In the previous loop, Phil used Unfilled to the fullest, fighting with his entire body outfitted with artifacts. He wasn't able to speak due to his ability, but he was a kind boy who tried the best for the sake of others. There's food in the shelter, but it won't last long. We'll make full use of our scientific prowess and negator abilities in order to get to space in the quickest way possible. Hold the phone. I know that I'm asking for a lot, but that's not why I stopped you. I can handle that part. But explain this to me. What is a child doing in space? That's what I've been thinking. What the hell? Good question. Can a kid even go to space? The strain from blast off has got to be intense. I'll explain that. Bow. The new Feeling Project, an experiment that seeks to study the effects of space on human adaptability. I guess it makes it, well, if he's like a part of the experiment, seeing like a child growing up, maybe. But like, it's crazy for the mother and the son both. I don't know. I mean, I guess that makes more sense because you're with your parent. Yeah. This country has been secretly conducting this experiment for the past 10 years. They constructed a space station in secret, and within its walls, a child was born and raised there. Okay. So
I called it.
Boom. That child is none other than Phil. Screw that. Science makes developments to better protect people's lives and futures. Toying with the very lives that you're meant to protect isn't science at all. We'll save him. Count on it. I like how Nico, he was very proactive there. He's a scientist, so I like how he was the one that got, um, more emotional at the time, right there. Yes. Well, who's going? I was about to go over that right now. Sheesh, what would you do without me? Shut up, bro. Shut up, John. I forgot that the grandpa Ishin. I forgot that that's him. I don't know why in my mind I keep thinking about. Maybe I just miss muscle mommy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. I just keep seeing her in my head. I've seen Armageddon 100 times. So obviously this is a job for yours truly. What a woeful fate for a small child like my sweet Haruka to suffer. Please take me along. No, let me go. I like it how everybody's like, I'm down. We need that, man. If we're slaying a monster, then leave it to me, Fuko. Hey, leave it to yours truly. No, I shall. Sorry, boys, I handle it. Mr. Nico, how many people can go? Let's see, 3 people. Plus, you already had. We've seen the cover page, but we already had Billy, Tella, and Creed say, "Hey, we up for it." 3 people. That's a tough choice. It's not quest time. Don't use the roundtable for your trivial business. It's not trivial business. This is a meeting to select the members for Phil's rescue team, and there happens to be 3 seats here. Whoa, is someone else here? Still, should I be making the call? I'm a newbie here. That's exactly why you're here. I want an objective opinion. We need 3 opinions: an objective opinion like yours, Mr. Billy, a negator's opinion, and a mechanic's opinion. Okay. I can offer my thoughts as someone with a knowledge of negators and for the mechanic's opinion. We'll be asking Mr. Nico. We don't have enough time to build a whole rocket from scratch. I need 40 billion. If that's not enough, slap an extra 5 on it. And don't come back till you get it. We're probably going to hit 50 billion. You don't mind though, right, Fuko? Nope. 50 billion? Let's hurry and decide. We're short on time. Right. And as I said beforehand, we'll each disclose our best lineups to one another. We need a leader. Fuko select lineup. I like this a lot. It's like coaches and like a whole coaching staff in sports thinking about like how they're going to approach the game, who should they start for a specific game against a team, how the matchups and lineups will work, and the schemes, playbook. I like that. Like that. But we need a leader. Fuko select lineup. Leader, Creed, mechanic, Nico, striker, Void. Billy select lineup. Leader, Fuko, a mechanic, Nico, and striker, Creed. Nico select lineup. Leader, Fuko, mechanic, Ichiko, and striker, Creed. So real quick, Twitchy, which one would you choose if you were to choose?
If I were to choose one, just in case things go wrong, I would probably pick Billy's lineup.
That's what I was thinking too. At first, I was thinking the first one. Actually,
being able to imbue unluck into an object, so let's just say the space center, would be able to, if the alien is in contact with it, would be able to imbue that unluck into the alien.
Right. So really any team Fuko leads. But yeah, second one, that sounds about right.
So I was thinking between the bottom two, even though Ichiko's like soul power or prowess would work well, I feel like Nico is more so, let's just say there's a problem with getting home, because that's another part of the mission. You have to be able to get home. So yeah, I'd probably pick Billy's.
It actually makes sense. Plus he won the objective opinion, and Billy's like, that's the one he came up, so it makes sense. I really appreciate that breakdown of like getting all their opinions on who they should get. I see Mr. Creed I see Mr. Creed as a common thread in our choices. I selected him because of his experience as a pilot, but even in terms of leadership, his skills as a troop commander should come in handy. Exactly. That's one thing I was thinking about when I seen her team, about how he's, he's a leader. But second one, Billy's one. Creed is my pick for striker. With his undecreased ability, we can cut down on the amount of ammunition we need to store aboard the ship. Not to mention the blast-off success rate will skyrocket. I'm on the same page as Nico. The only one I disagree with is you, Fuko. What? I'm pretty sure you gave up your seat after seeing Kree's leadership out on the battlefield, but that's not the way to go. That's kind of how I was thinking originally when I first seen her line up. As someone who's experienced these negator abilities, artifacts, and Uma's firsthand, I've got to say it was all too much for us to handle. Add a special situation like being in space to the mix, and we wouldn't be able to keep our cool. For that reason, you need to be the leader, Roger. Oh, I love this, man. Even though she's the boss, she's getting second opinions on the matter, and she's like, "All right, hey, thanks. Give me that advice. Like, okay, I should be the one here on the mission. Perfect. Also, care to explain why you nominated Void for Striker? I like to have a restrainer type around for any anti-Uma combat. Restrainer type trio, Gina, Yusai, and Void. I'm having Gina take time out to rest, so that leaves us with Mr. Void and Miss Yusai. Miss Yusai is probably a far stronger fighter, but she doesn't have complete control over her ability just yet. If Undraw were to affect one of the rocket parts, then it might wipe us all out, right? If we put Mr. Creed as the striker and me as the leader, then we won't have that slot available anymore. True. Which leaves. They're looking at him. Now, see here, you think I don't want to go? Sure, it's a mission, but I've always dreamed of going to space. There's no way I'd want to miss this. You know something too? Like I haven't read Doctor Stone in a long time, but like this series in some ways reminds me of Doctor Stone as well. Like everybody had their own roles on the team and whatnot. I just realized that very similar. But that kid's life is on the line, so we should only send our best. Ichiko is just as smart as I am. Plus, she's learned astral projection as a means to manage unsleep. True. She might be able to protect others like she did back on the battlefield. She's got everything I have and then some. The more competent person should go. I don't want to get anyone killed because of my own curiosity. I'll focus on building the rocket, so get out there and save that kid. Anyway, I'll get back to work. It's up to you, Fuko. After all, people dying because of science is something that should never be, right? And I think he said that before too when she recruited him. I believe so. Then you're it, Mr. Nico. Nico, my man.
Nico, my man.
Were either of you listening? Be logical. She's got that extra something over me. She's the best choice. You got something extra yourself, Mr. Nico. Say what? Your desire to say Phil. No, but we all feel that way. But you do know more. But you do more than anyone else, and that's exactly why I feel you should go. Let's save them from a tragedy born of science and negation together. I think you're a good pick too. I can hear your resolve to clear us out of anybody in this organization. Go out there and give it a try. I'm sure it'll all work out. And I just gave up too. All right, fine. I'll go. Then we're set. We have our lineup for our space mission. Mr. Creed will be the striker. I'll be the leader. Mr. Nico will be the mechanic. Okay, let's do this. Operation Rescue Phil in the quickest way possible is a go.
I was so close. I said Operation Save Phil, not Rescue Phil. I was so close with that thumbnail, guys. I know. But this thumbnail's freaking fuego.
Right, let me peep it a little bit. Oh, I see it.
Okay.
Nice.
Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, it does remind me of Dr. Stone a lot. Like I don't know why it just dawned on me right now. I'm like, damn, it really feels like Dr. Stone.
You saying I'm sorry after blowing them all up in space.
I like you, Simon.
What's the term? Girl failure? She's a girl failure that I love. Like she's just adorable.
I like that.
Plus she's got the samurai motif, which you can't go wrong with that.
Yep. I love this crew. Like just seeing all of them. Like, oh, I'll go. Me. Like,
no, I shall do it.
Great. Gina, you need to rest because Gina is like she's the most powerful, basically. So yeah, you need your rest. You've done a lot.
Welcome, Furion Max. I know that you commented a little bit earlier. Hopefully you're still here.
Undead Unluck is an action manga. Undead Unluck is a boxing manga. Undead Unluck is a war manga. Yep.
Space sci-fi manga.
Yeah, she did say Yusai is stronger than Void and Creed. Yep. Good
That's
stuff.
crazy.
So 155. I remember somebody commented and said on the poll, they said that this chapter was like funny or something about it was
It'd be a good one. Yeah.
yeah. Let me scroll up a little bit, see what people are saying. Yeah, 50 bill. Sean dropping that Armageddon reference. Yeah, I didn't think about it until like after.
I've seen it 100 times. They watched the movie. Didn't they die at the end of that? I'm pretty sure they died.
Yeah.
Sean.
Okay, Sean. Sean, we're not taking your ass up here. You can't do shit. Well, if there's somehow like I don't know some aliens or some shit up there, he could probably go invisible and do some stuff. But I don't know. I'm just talking shit to him.
No. I think you're right, because one of the things that I was thinking of when I was making the volume cover is that I wasn't making the volume cover, the thumbnail is that the fact that in the last volume, Phil had noticeable traces, both audio and visual. So he was either bumping into people or he was leaving like footstep like sounds. But if he's in space and he's just flying around, that's the perfect stealth mission.
True. And what's up with all these tragic sensory loss of like senses? You got Tello, he can't speak.
Billy can't see.
Blind and fucking feel everything.
Oh no. Unfeel.
Sean, no one can see you.
What's going to be so depressing is they've set the precedent with last chapter, I think, where his negator ability, I'm talking about Billy's, is slightly different than how it was in previous loops. So I would actually like it how if Phil were to have a similar adaptation to where maybe he just doesn't feel physical pain.
Okay. Yeah.
And like he could still have his, mental capacity and whatnot to where he doesn't have to be as much of a robot this time around.
Right. Sean can be the leader, the mechanic, the striker, all by himself.
The mechanic, what's he fixing?
Bro's gonna use duct tape for everything, and little shit like Twitchy's Tezuka volume cover arts for real, man. He said he did. Said when he was making the volume cover. Yeah.
Freudian slip. Sorry, guys.
All right. Next chapter.
All right, next one. All right, chapter 155. Why aren't you bringing me along? I'm the star of the show. The two of us had the best combo around. We factored all of that into the selection process. No way, you just don't understand how capable I am. It's 'cause I'm new, isn't it? No fair. We can't just assume everything will pan out. Nico is going through the G-Force's terminal, throwing up back there. We need to account for any possible issues. Let's say, for example, you pass out and get thrown into space, Mr. Sean. Sure, but fat chance that'd happen. If that were to happen, you would you would drift through space, unable to be seen by anyone. Hey, someone, help! No one would be able to find you for all eternity. You just try to scare me all you want, but I won't give up. Ah, damn Nishon. Damn Nishon? Oh, anyway, that's funny. We'll be able to see him with thermovision. No need to freak the kid out that bad. No one knows when or how a negator's ability could change via the user's interpretation. It's better if he's freaked out. Damn it. When push comes to shove, I'm no Gina. What's your name again? You're Gina, right? Feeling better already? Oh yeah, thanks for your help on the battlefield. You saved my bacon. I sure did. It's time to pay it back, which means you owe me. I want to go to space too, and you're gonna get me there. Got that, Sean? That's what? But you're not cleared to. I'm all better. Who knows what threat they might come up against out there in space? They definitely benefit from having me and my unchange on deck. Good. I thought they were trying to be considerate by letting me rest, but what's the point if they all get wiped out? That is true, Gina. Fuko always rushes off without thinking, just like her man. I need to be there by your side. You agree, don't you? Oh, yes, ma'am. There you have it. Till the day we slay God. I'm determined to be Fuko's number 2. I can't afford to rest when I'm needed. Are you doing your part? Right on. But yeah, I feel the same. I finally found a place where I belong, so I'm determined to keep getting stronger, to stand out from the crowd, and to surpass you, of course. I like your spirit. Let's team up. I assume you have a plan. I do. Follow me. That rocket is incredible. Shout out to Tozuka for this artwork specifically. I don't think we give him enough credit. We give him a lot of credit for how he draws emotions on faces, but in terms of like the technical prowess that he has for, let's just say, the Spec Ops soldier in last volume, or even the rocket in this one, his technical game with his thin line drawing is immaculate. Not good. It's almost complete. I was convinced they'd build one from scratch, but they must be in that much of a rush. Hey, I want to see the rocket too. No, you'll deactivate unseen. Aw, nuts. He's crying with his eyes closed. That's a feat in and of itself. I'll give it to Sean for that. In order to sneak aboard. What's the cargo status? We're at 100%. This everything? We can pack in another 100 kilograms. Let me guess. That's exactly their weight. We've got quite a lot of extra space thanks to Creed. Now to decide if we roll that over to more plating. That's it. She grins. Oh man, I want to see. We're gonna power up unseen to sneak aboard? Yep. Okay, but why am I naked? Don't tell me you've got a thing for me, or cram it. Hurry and get on this. Okay. 65 kilograms? You're pretty dense, even though you're so thin. Well, yeah, I did work out a lot when I was trying to be an actor. All right. Make this 0. Hurry. You telling me to drop dead? This is such a great dynamic. No, I meant make this reading 0. So you're telling me to croak? You want me to turn into a soul? They say even a soul weighs 21 grams. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. That is a fantastic line. And if you don't know about that line, you don't know what you don't know. But they are trying to scientifically prove the existence of a soul, because they say when people pass away, they've had them on a scale just as they passed away. And like, I'm talking seconds or so after they pass away, the body is like 21 grams lighter. So they're saying that the soul theoretically weighs 21 grams. And then this series, you know, it has a lot of soul motif is what I'm trying to say.
Shout out to Zuka. Shout out
to him.
And yes, Unchanged Unseen, you guys told us
this is the
didn't know once again.
Oh, that was a joke. No, we were being serious. Okay. All right. You've got it all wrong. Now listen, when you look at this scales reading, it's obvious that you are right here, meaning you aren't totally unseen yet. Expand your interpretation of unseen, and you'll be able to negate things that can indirectly see you as well. So like the thermal vision that Nico was talking about. The trick is to coming to grips with your heart. That's how I do it. And if I could do it, then so can you. Judging by how far along the rocket is, it'll be ready for blast off in a few days. You'll need to evolve before then. Then we'll hide out in the cargo and go to space. I'll pilfer us a couple of suits. You focus on enhancing your ability. Can you manage? Yeah, roger that. 2 days later, we're off. Huh? Where are Gina and Mr. Sean? They're probably still sulking. Hold down the fort, boys. Yes, sir! Let's get them a space rock or something as a souvenir. Right. Cargo bay. It's almost time. Get ready. Okay. Final check. Booster and equipment status, all green. Hull weight, per data readout. You can do it. Is showing up normal. We're good to go, Ichiko. Start the countdown. Hey, you are good. I underestimated you. Well, it is me you're talking about. All right, prepare for liftoff in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7. Everybody, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. We're going fast. They're not strapped down, so they're feeling the most of it. Mr. Nico, yeah, we're in the clear. Takeoff was a success. Sorry, Ichiko, I'm getting to see Earth a little earlier than you. I'll take you up here later. Oh my gosh! A space date sounds great! Idiot, that's not what I meant. We made it to space. Seems so. Well, how do we meet up with the others? What do you mean? Oh, come on. I mean, we're defying orders here. You got the two of us on this rocket, which has a super strict weight limit. They're likely going to chew us out. Worst case, they'll kick us out of the group. I assume you've cooked up a good excuse to give them, right? She has not. Huh? Hold on a sec. Are you telling me you didn't come up with anything? Well, no. I figured it'd all work itself out. I mean, the more allies, the stronger we'll be, right? But that wasn't an option. That's why they narrowed it down to 3 members in the first place. You think up of an excuse. You're an actor, aren't you? He's a wannabe actor. That's a job for a con man, not an actor. Beep beep. What? What is it? No clue. The weight in the hull suddenly shot up. Huh? No way. Invaders? It's over 100 kilos. Now it's back down. And it's up again. And down again. Might be an Uma. Fuko, we got a visual. It's the station. Roger that. Let's dock. According to the blueprints we acquired, there should be a docking port on the side of the lower level. Oh, hey. Which piece of debris is the lower level? Oof. Shout out Interstellar, my current second favorite movie of all time. I say current second because I go back and forth between it and Forrest Gump. This is bad. If we can't dock, then we'll have to ram into it or cast an anchor. Gina with Unchange. Oh, we're so happy that you're here. We can't. We don't know where the shelter is. If we were to ram into it, then... But if we don't hook onto something, we'll drift out of orbit. We need to anchor down and make a path. ... Looks like there's an issue. Is it our fault? Dunno. I'll go Eva to anchor the ship. What? I'll go Eva? Like Evangelion? Or is that something I don't know about being an astronaut? Let us know. That's lunacy. The Uma who wrecked the station might be out there. That's why I'm here. I'm the striker. As long as I got ammo, I can intercept it. Wait, please. I'll deploy a scout drone. If it is an Uma, then we need to at least learn what kind of rule it uses. If the main Uma finds you, then you'll take the full brunt of their onslaught. you'd be rushing towards your death. I cannot authorize you going. Then what the hell are we supposed to do? You seem to be trouble. Make it double! Team Rocket blasting off into stowaways. Just leave this task unchanged and unseen. Nani? Oh, Nico is so upset. Mr. Sean, we'll bail you out and you can call us even, just as I planned. Liar. Jaina? This series is legitimately funny. I'm not gonna lie. My face is beat red.
Meddling kids.
Eva means going out into space. Thank you so much.
A rocket come out of Stonehenge is so funny. It really is.
Is this real life? Extra vehicular activity. Okay. So that, yeah, it's the same thing. Nico is so pissed. Ooh.
The one thing that I will give Sean, and it's similar to like what I was talking about with Chikara before, is like he doesn't really back down. I would think that Sean will always try to like back out from stuff, but he just wanted to be the main character so bad. He just wanted to, you know, be a part of different situations. So I'll give him his respect in that. He's courageous in the sense. It's like it's off and on, but it's there.
He's got a lot of personality to him. And I'm glad that Tozuka is giving him the shine in this particular loop. Because, like, he was bashful when Gina told him to take the clothes off. And then he was scared. And then he was confident. And now he's trying to, like, fake confidence.
Yep.
He was like, what do you mean you don't have a plan? They're obviously going to be upset with us. And she, being this little girl, she's like, oh, SpaghettiOs.
But yeah, that the soul stuff, interesting and good point about that. The 21 grams.
Yeah, that was really nice. The unchanged, unseen meme.
When I said that there was an arc name of one of the people that we had to save, it was this one, Phil. It was like Save Phil or something. Yeah, that's cool. What I had got quote unquote spoiled on. But I mean, obviously it would be an arc, pretty much.
Yeah.
Usopp, yeah. I see. That's the thing. Like Usopp, I want to like Usopp more. I've started to like him less and less over time. I just feel like Oda needs to, like with Sean or like with Chikara. It's like, sure, Usopp does things, but it's like, does he?
Do you really find it realistic that he's a coward still?
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't feel like he should be as concerned as he normally is. Okay, sure, you're up against a Yonko. Just quick tangent, guys. But like Usopp, he should be much more confident than he currently is, and that's with me not reading the last 50 chapters.
It's one of those things. I'm just like, come on, you like I get it, but come on. But yeah, that's why in this series I like the balance between that. Like Sean is a perfect balance of that. He can be confident, he can be scared. And even if you want to lean more to him being like scared or whatever, at least we know that he's here in the rocket ship. Usopp wouldn't do this. He would accidentally be in there or forced to go in there. He wouldn't do it.
I don't think he would volunteer to go to the front lines.
Yeah, he doesn't really know what he wants to do with Usopp. And I feel like it should be so easy. It's so easy, in my opinion. But maybe he just doesn't care to focus on them until that Elbaf stuff. And I'm tired of hearing that. Elbaf. Like, that shit, it shouldn't be an arc.
Okay. Can you develop him before Elbaf, please?
Yeah. Like, why? Like, you should never be like, oh, well, this character is going to get better once they get to this arc. Like, it's kind of cheap. Like, what? Especially if you're waiting for, like, what, 15, more than 15 years? Like, 20 years damn near?
Oh, he'll get development. Just you wait.
Like,
any day now.
There's people that have been reading the series since it started damn near. They got that very early, probably like within like 2000, 2001 or whatever. And they're over 40 years old now, 50. They're probably like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But I just had to go on that tangent. It just reminded me of them.
That's fine.
Yep. All right. Chapter 156. Vince, you getting at the Golda folks. And I love Oda. Oda's, he's like, I mean, One Piece is in my top five, but I just had to go on a tangent there. All right, 150. Yeah, 156. 156. Okay. Chapter 156. Let's see what happens with these kiddos. Their boy Nico is pissed. All right. All right. Chapter's called Right Stuff. So yeah, we weren't really aware of the difficulties with the blast off, and we wanted to join the mission ourselves. So I roped in Sean, and we forced our way on board. Sorry. What do we do with him, leader? What do we do with him, leader? Eek! I'll reprimand. Wait, oh shit! Stop it, Paige. Why you keep doing that? All right, I'll reprimand you both later. Right now, we need your help. We will now commence docking. I'll head out first and look for an opening we can dock to. Mr. Creed, you take care of any obstructing debris. Gina, use the air inside the hole to create a pipe that will dock the ship to the opening. Mr. Nico, use your navigational skills to assist Mr. Creed and adjust our angle towards the opening I find. Mr. Sean, you're on standby. Roger. Fuko, those veneers? No, will only last for 3 minutes. Gina, can you conserve how much air you use? I'll try it. Give it your all, Gina. I know you can do it. Are you still upset? Thanks so much. Yeah, she's pissed. This is my second time in space. Yep. Ooh, I like how she's looking at the moon. She's looking at Luna. Well, it's only now, after coming back here on my own, that I realized how beautiful and desolate space truly is. I like that. Panel in her words, fire. And Phil wasn't just born here. He was raised here for 6 years. It appears some tremendous force destroyed it from the outside. What could have happened here? Mr. Nico, space is beautiful, yet terrifying, isn't it? Yeah, especially the more you learn about it. A person has to have guts to come here. That's just the sort of place it is. Yeah. Let's start the rescue on the double. See, and I like the dialogue right there. We was just talking about with Sean, like, you gotta have guts to even come there. And Sean, he got the guts. He can be a coward sometimes, but ultimately he got guts. Roger, boss. Beep. Heads up. Creed. Debris dead ahead. Shattering it will just make more debris. Use the repelling bullets I made. All you have to do is hit it. Roger that. Undercrease. Do that and those bullets and us will repel one another. Fire. Ah, good stuff. Sort of like a magnet, eh? Just so you know, each round costs 100 million. Doesn't matter since you're using undercrease, but still. Ooh, boy. Say, isn't debris tiny junk? Why are we so afraid of it? Because that junk is traveling at 7 kilometers per second, which is 25,000 kilometers per hour. It's what? We're traveling around the Earth at the same speed as that station. The debris is moving at close to the same speed. If you were to collide with debris traveling in the opposite direction, it'd be worse than getting shot. If you were to get hit, it'd blow your body apart. Wild. And I like how the censoring right there. I like that because yeah, you'd get fucked up. Yeah. Is there anything I can do? Nope. Just pray. Depression. Wow.
Depression.
What's up all these Sean word things?
Depression
like
is
Sean,
undefeated.
He has a lot of personality, like you said. I like it. I'm starting to like it more and more. All right, Sean. You guys might be right. All right. Gina, how's the pipe coming along? Well, I've done it at least, I think I have. Since there is no rain or dust out here, I can't see whether I've actually done it or not. Things don't work the same here on Earth, huh? Maybe I should go in and check. No, if there's a hole in the pipe, then it'd be thrown out and get hit by the debris. Fuko, what's the plan? I'll circle back and check myself. Don't do anything stupid. Remember, you can't use your veneers anymore. Creed here, I've got my hands full as well. Then what should we... Hey, what are you doing? Mr. Sean, isn't it obvious I'm checking the pipe? What the hell? This is the only thing that I can do right now. Besides, one of my brothers made this. There's going to be There's not gonna be any holes, so I ain't scared. Nice. Nailed it. Yeah. Mr. Sean, what are you doing? My inspection is complete. It's finished up to here. Wow, man. Sean really making me shut up my words. I'm like, what the hell would he even do here? And he's doing things aside from the invisible stuff, like, that I was thinking, like him sneaking around and whatnot. You know what? You guys in the chat, man, it's like y'all be spoiling, but not like in a bad way. Not at all. I'm not mad. He said Sean is the mechanic, he's the striker, he's the the leader. Hey, man.
They
You
Sean
know, keep it
spoiled.
just like that. For real. Now, Mr. Nico, ram the unchanged pipe in and make it a path. Go. Mr. Nico, adjust the angle down 5 degrees and left 10 degrees for your perspective. Yeah, make it sound easy. You make it sound easy. If I screw up and push the station, then we're going to be up the creek. The hell? The controls are moving on their own. Are we getting hacked? They're negating us. Oh, shit. Whoa. By the way, the paneling here in the space has been fired. It did it absolutely flawlessly. We did it, Fuko. Okay, give it up, Gina. Thanks to me. I'm so sorry I didn't know space was so scary. I'll never defy your orders again. Yeah, an operation like this requires that you undergo training. You're having problems using Unchanged out here because you didn't prepare, right? Why don't you thank Mr. Sean for covering for you? Thank you. I can barely hear you. Thanks to you, docking wasn't nearly as risky as it would have been with just the 3 of us, but you shouldn't disobey orders. Okay. Otherwise, you'll lose my trust, okay? Okay. See, I like how Fuko, she said, like, hey, like, you helped us, but make sure don't do stuff like this again. Don't do brash things like this again. And she's gonna listen because it's Fuko, so W leader and W student. I suspected as much when I saw the outside, but this place is pretty high tech. It's on par with our stuff. Time to focus on the task at hand. Somewhere in here, we'll find Phil. Let's find him. That hacking incident earlier, those on the spot calculations could have been an incredibly sophisticated AI or someone more intelligent than me. Who's here in the station? We're in a race against time. Let's split into 2 groups. Me, Gina, and Sean in one, and Mr. Nico and Mr. Creed in the other. Roger. Right. This place is a mess. No signs of life either. We'll get the whole picture behind. We'll get the whole picture behind what happened here once we find Phil. First, let's locate the shelter. It's been 5 days since this place went dark. They might still have food, but whether they're holding on mentally is anyone's guess. What's going on? Ooh, shit! What the hell? Bro, walking down the hall. Oh, hell no! I'd be scared. God damn! It already happened. Oh man, it already happened. That's one thing that I've been wanting. Like, it would be cool to see. Well, not cool, but you get what I mean. Narratively, like, if the trauma already has started. Maybe he didn't act. I don't know. He looks. I don't know. Phil, that's him. Oh, great. He was saved after all. Nope. Hey, why is there air in here? Hold it, Mr. Sean. There isn't any air in here. Huh? Yeah, he already got it. Now, how is this kid? Oh shit. Save mom. Wow. This boy is 6 years old, by the way.
Kebab, enjoy the Haikyuu movie. Just so you guys know, I will tell you here, since it's relevant, Haikyuu will be the next series on the channel that is older, but that we're catching up on. So we're going to do the anime. Once I get back from vacation, we finish up on Undead, and then hop back into the manga for Haikyuu, just like we did for Undead Unluck.
Yes, sir. Okay, my mechanic striker leader comment was just me. I know. It's just funny that I'm like, hey, this man is really helping and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So weird to think how the lovable goofball was a gangster that got cut open by Rip and tried to kill Fuko on Group 100.
Yes, it is. Word. Damn, he looks so depressed already.
Yeah. Damn. So he already has the ability.
But maybe it's just a physical thing. Maybe it's not the mental aspect just yet. Because he's almost, when he says save mom, that makes me think that he thinks she might still be alive.
But here's another thing about that you just mentioned. You know, like powers work due to like your interpretation, so you gotta keep on expanding it. It makes sense for him to be how he is. Like he's always seemed like a unfeeling like shell or like doll. Essentially, that's how we always looked at him as. Plus, he's young, so it's like it seems like he's probably going to end up doing a whole lot more if he can, you know, expand his interpretation of his power for sure.
And you want to talk about like the characterization that we're getting for Sean? The characterization, fingers crossed, that we'll get for Phil will just fill my heart with joy. We need to save this poor kid.
Give me another W, Phil kid. Shout out Promise Neverland.
Yeah. Shout out Phil. Philly Phil.
Philly Phil.
We love some Phils over here, guys.
Uncle Phil. You know, it's a lot
Uncle
of
Phil.
Phils.
Goated Phils.
Poor Phil, yeah. Damn. Depressed Sean. Yeah. That boy Sean, he's just.
That was funny though.
Censor bar cameo. Yeah. I'm like, God damn, I like how he did. I like how Suzuka did that. But yeah, he really got fucked up by that. Man, oh man. Fill my heart with joy. Oh, I didn't. Well, never mind. Depending on what the artifact can do, I was thinking like, what if they gave it to Phil? Then he could like, I don't know.
Ooh, I would actually like that.
Yeah, since he's like an artifact sponge, or not sponge, like holder, container, vessel type. Depending on what it does, but damn, Phil, go save mom.
Go save mom.
Man. All right, well, I'll let you go ahead into the next chapter.
Okay, chapter 157, guys. Oh, we have another character poll. 5th Shen, 4th Housto-Un, 3rd Gina. They loved Gina previously, so I know that they're loving her now. 2nd Andy, 1st Fuko. 3rd year anniversary. We'll probably see those other guys as like the 6 through 10. Okay, yep, absolutely. Wow, Tella! Soft boy. Rip's like, How you liking fame there, bud? 6th Juiz, 7th Tella, 8th Nico, 9th Billy, 10th Rip. Ooh, that's a really cool set of color pages. This is my room. I need to eat some food, so hang on for a second. Oh, you've got a ton of movies. Yeah, they're from Mom. Says they're study material. Fuko? Can we assume this is the real Phil? I don't know. I wasn't able to predict this scenario with just the info from the artifacts. There's no air in here, so how can he walk around without a suit? Give me 3 minutes. The pandas in the background. You thought I missed them. I know you did. I didn't miss them. Ka-ching. What? Huh? A mechanical body? Yeah. When I was 3, I got sick. So my mom put me into this body. Oh, I see. She transplanted my brain and nothing else. Mom says that I'm not a robot, but proportionally speaking, I'm under 10% organic tissue. What? I think that calling me a robot is just fine. Mr. Nico, can I take a look? Sure. Oh my God. This is heartbreaking. So your mom, do you love her? Yeah, I love her most of all. My mom is in the shelter on the 2nd floor of Central Tree. If we head to the central area, and take the elevator down, we can get there. Mom is there, waiting for our help. I decided to go outside and call for help because I don't need air, but the shelter won't hold much longer. It's being targeted by them. I tried my best to rid some of them, but they're very strong. It's only a matter of time before the shelter gets destroyed. Oh, what the heck is out there? Let's hurry. I'll teach you how to defeat them on the way. Follow me. This way. Hey, hold up, darn it. We're not used to being weightless. What do you mean by weightless? You have weight, don't you? No, I mean, maybe I do from your point of view. Fuko, who do you think they are? Aliens or... I'm not sure. Calling my shot, the juniors for Luna. Unlike the previous loop, this world already has galaxy, so I'm unable to predict anything. I'm ready for anything at this point. I say that, but... Wow! What? Something the matter, Phil? You're making the same face as Mom. Huh? What do you mean? 1 second. String. There. Cat's Cradle. Ayatori? I just have to take it, right? You're not happy? How do you play this again? Whenever his mom's face looks sad, I do this, and she cheers up. So please, go ahead. What was that? They're here. It's them. Whoa! Negator bits? That's the dark fog we don't like around here. Oh, are these tardigrades? Do you guys know about tardigrades? Tardigrades are like the craziest life form in the universe. I'm just saying. Yeek! What are those? Mr. Creed! It's no use. You can't beat them that way. Beep beep. Oh, airlock. A shutter? Phil, what are you? Open this up! I told you earlier. I said I'd teach you how to beat them. As you can see, my body is already at its limit. I think my mom is more likely to survive if I leave the task of saving her to you. Oh, they're flesh-eating creatures! Ah, and he has so little flesh left. Mr. Nico, hurry and open the shutter. I'm already on it. That cheeky little punk even set up a firewall. Bzzz. Their outer skin can't be pierced with blades or bullets. Their insides are their weak points, but the access point to their insides is their mouth, which is only visible when they're feeding. That's why I'm letting them bite me. Bill, stop this! You'll die! What are you going so far to? Mom told me that she would do anything for the sake of someone she loves. Oh, that is a panel that will haunt my dreams. Beep beep. It's open! I've been a complete fool. I got wrapped up in Phil being a robot, in the possibility of him differing from his previous iteration. All of the stupid things that don't matter. The person before my very eyes is risking his life to save his mother. It's Phil. Bad bullet. 45. That fact alone, as she puts the gun in the tardigrade's mouth, is enough reason to save him. Boom! I'm sorry about earlier. Can I borrow your Ayatori string? Let's play a bunch with everyone and take these things down. Okay, so you're going to imbue it onto the strings, kind of catch them like fishing hook maybe. They will keep their mouths open long enough to then, shove a bullet or an attack down their gullets. What a
Deleting voice
fantastic
acting?
chapter. Sorry.
No, good.
I don't know how you guys felt about that. Yeah.
They're good. Vince said he loved it. Have to feel talk without air to transmit the sound waves.
Mad Motto, welcome. Just got done doing a Phil reading of chapter 157.
Somebody is a robot, essentially. He only has, what do you say, 10% of flesh left?
Yeah, mostly it's brain.
Damn.
Thank you, someone.
See, Phil, he'll be perfect in Pluto.
Is this Pluto?
Perfect character. I wonder what they can do to make him like alive, like feel alive again in terms of his spirit.
See, this is such a philosophical question because, like, I think I also mentioned this. Oh, I can't remember in what context, but I was like, at what percentage do you consider yourself a human? Like, if you have 5% brain capacity, if you have 10%, if you have 30%, what if you just keep replacing organic parts with mechanical bits? Like, you don't call an amputee that uses a prosthetic limb a robot. They're still them. But what if, like, they're a quadriplegic? What if they're just essentially paralyzed for the whole body? So, like, I guess the brain is kind of like where the soul is located at, because it has memories, it has emotions, philosophical, some might say. Well done, Larry. Yeah, but it's a great philosophical, no pun intended, debate to have, because Phil is still Phil, but this Phil is not the same as last loop's Phil.
Exactly.
Technically worked, but I'm talking more on like an emotional level.
Yeah, I mean, technically, but at the same time, I don't want you to say technically, because like I'm not going to look at somebody as a like a robot leg or prosthetic as a cyborg. Like, realistically, you just won't think like that.
Yeah,
that's why the term is kind of, when it comes to cyborgs, androids, robot, like, is
Oh, I said earlier, do you guys know about tardigrades? I am like really passionate about this topic. Vontae, what about you? Do you know about tardigrades?
I was thinking that they're like some kind of like mite or like microscopic.
They are very, very tiny organisms that are functionally like immortal. You found them in like hot springs of like high acidity. I think they survive in space, so seeing them here is perfect. Like, they've been set on fire. They're like these little bugs that do not die. And I don't understand how like more people aren't like amazed with these creatures. The planet Earth has some crazy organisms. Like jellyfish are crazy. Like tardigrades. Like, I'm sure there's some like weird sea creatures that we don't even know about.
Honey badgers, I mean, technically. Hey, yeah, Vince, I know. I'm just saying that, like, I still look at cyborg, like, in real life. I wouldn't, like, technically, yes, somebody with robotic parts would be a cyborg, but in terms of like storytelling, I just group all those in the same thing of like a robot. Yeah. They're not a robot, but it's a human with mechanical parts and such. I just want to look at something like if Twitchy had a mechanical arm, I'm not going to classify him as a cyborg. But technically, yes, I get it.
Cannibalistic. I did not know that. Thank you, Mad Mata.
It's a lot of weird microscopic shit in this world. We have microscopic things on our face right now.
Yeah.
Living there. Get off. Actually, if you're getting invasive things, bacteria, viruses, hey, do what you gotta do.
Same word. Okay. Okay, so we are almost at the point.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. We are almost at the point to where we are going to be dual reacting to a single chapter. Now in the poll, we only got one comment. Should it be 158 or should it be 159? We did have one vote for 159, but let us know if you guys really like 158 or 159, and then we will get into it. Okay.
Yeah. 159.
All right, 1, 2, 3 votes for 159, 4 votes. It's 159. So you can hop into 158, Vontae, whenever you're ready.
All right. W Fuko, W45 bullet. Right. I wonder what Foucault was doing or thinking during like World War II shit and one shit, a few other wars too. A lot of wars. Civil War, all that. All right, chapter 158. We're retreating. All members maintain defensive measures till the unluck activates. Keep falling back toward the elevator that leads to Phil's mom. Roger. Don't think, Phil. Okay, that's the chapter title. Babe. Yeek, what are these things? Are they really aliens? Wait, I'm invisible and they're still coming after me. You should leave me behind. Oh, that's Phil said it. My bad. I don't know why I said it in Sean's voice. But yeah, you should leave me behind. They're after me and my mom. You don't say. Well, that's even more reason not to leave you behind. But why? Sacrificing one person to save 5 is the most logical choice. Because that'd be too sad. Yeah, you're 6 years old, my boy, and you need your mama. Sad? It's open. The elevator's still functional. You two go ahead. Roger that. Mr. Creed. Oh, shit. It cut straight through, but even Gina's Unchanged couldn't manage to dent it. Eek. Why is it coming over here? Is it dead? This is the only one we managed to kill by cutting it in half. It got hit by my bad bullet. This was the result of the stroke of unluck coming to pass. Foucault, is this an Uma? No, when Uma or their juniors died, it dissipate on the spot. But this thing is still right where it died. It's a life form and an alien one, no doubt. If you're sure about that, then we've got options. That is really strange though, because like we've seen the little shadowy stuff that obviously we've learned is from like Luna's doing at least, or some, either of the guys really. Whenever we see the shadowies, either one. So I'm thinking, that'd be interesting if she or he, the son, had some kind of influence on that. Every living organism has its flaws. That lousy god has never once made a perfect life form. Yes, let's see what we can find. We'll keep an eye out for any habits or weak points. Let's bounce info off of each other. Anything that we've noticed thus far, okay. Since it's a life form, there has to be some way to categorize it. And once we figure that out, we can come up with a plan to beat them. As Phil said, these things are definitely after him and his mother. That last one even went after Phil and his dying breaths. I think this fact is key. True, it didn't so much as bat an eye at us, and I shot the hell out of it too. You think it hated the heat from the Gatling gun. I initially assumed they were drawn to Phil's mechanical body, but if they're targeting his mother as well, then that changes things. Those two have something that we don't. I presume that's where the answer lies. For example, no, if that were the case, hey, what is sad? What do you mean, the feeling? Probably is what the lady over there said earlier. I really want to know what feelings are. Oh boy. I like that panel too. I've noticed I've never been able to understand feelings, and they never properly convey to my body. But this body is a precious gift from my mom. I want to be able to respond to feelings appropriately. So could you tell me? What is the saddest thing experience, mister? I guess when my dad died, why was that sad? Why? Well, let's see. Okay, now I can see why you guys keep getting them Sean stocks. Okay, it's cool they learning from Sean too, if out of anybody, at least for me, because I'll be talking my shit, because I wouldn't be able to see him anymore. I see, Fuko. Has Phil's unfil already manifested? It shouldn't have. He shouldn't be able to talk if it did. Right. Hey, we made it. You see, you were you were worried for nothing. We're going to save you and your mom and head back to Earth. You're in good hands with us. God, what is that? Why are there so many of those overpowered aliens? Keep your voice down, you dope. We don't know what they react to yet. What's the plan? Their habits and weak points are still a mystery. I'm aware, but we don't know when the pack on the upper floor will come after us either. Is someone there? It's my child. Wait, it's my child. Is Phil safe and sound? Oh shit. Yeah, he's right here. We're coming for you. No, never mind me. Hurry and get away from here. Take Phil with you. Hurry. Otherwise, eek. What the hell? What? They're starting to react. Keep calm. Those things are outside the shelter. They're after you. Don't worry about me. Just help Phil. Phil, can you hear me? I can hear you, Mom. I'm sorry for everything. I kept you locked up in this lonely place and shoved you into that cold body. I know you've been doing your best all this time, but I'm just not sure anymore. I'm not sure whether you really have a heart or even feelings. Man, I'm really thinking we're going to end up using heart for him because it's an artifact, and we know Phil he can utilize so many artifacts at once, or just any artifact, he'll be all right. And he doesn't have feelings or a heart in a way, so might use it for him. It's gonna be like a goddamn drug to him. I know it's a 6 years old. It's a 6 year old, but like I mean, he gonna feel at his best when using that artifact. Probably. I'm a failure of a mother, so if my life can help save yours, then at the very least, muh. Gina, flow air between these things and apply unchanged. I'll give it a shot. Stop. Please forget about me. You can still escape. No way. Phil is trying to learn. He's trying to understand feelings all for you. He asked what sad means for crying out loud. Mm. I'll be damned if I'm going to use his mother's death to teach him the meaning of sadness. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Mr. Nico, behind you. It's targeting me, but why now? Wait, could it be that it Phil? It's not voices or temperature that they react to. Wait, they react to agitation. Back then, and then I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. And even with me just now, sadness is still something I just don't understand. These things react to feelings, not just any feelings, but they react to the biggest source of feelings. The thought of never seeing you again is awful. In other words, the one who's the most riled up. Phil, they're after you right now. I'm borrowing this, huh? The psychopod's moving on his own. Hold it, Phil. He's acting as a decoy. Are you trying to die? Now's your chance to go save mom. No. Ooh. If the thought of not being able to see your mom again makes you sad, then imagine how sad your mom will be if she couldn't see you. I'll back you up. Okay. Hurry. Damn. They detect the electrical impulses transmitted by the brain due to emotional stimulation. Do you know what that means? He has them. Phil has them. Feeling stronger than anyone's. And they're right there inside him. Hold on, Mom. Mom, I'm going to save you. Phil, damn. That was interesting. I love how Nico, he got, you know, once again, Nico, he's been one of the characters Nico's one of the characters I've really been liking. Just how emotional he gets and how like riled up, quote unquote, he gets when it comes to a lot of stuff like with science and there's a whole lot of stuff. It makes me like you can tell that Suzuka is setting up things with him because he's one of the characters that the trauma or the tragedy hasn't happened to yet with him and Ichiko. So we're building up to something. Man, it's gonna be tough once we get to that. He's been so solid. He's emotionally he's a emotionally mature individual.
I also love the fact how this was somewhat foreshadowed in Loop 100 because Nico was always very close with Phil. And I initially just assumed it was because of the artifact to science connection. But it's more so the fact that Nico doesn't want anyone to hurt because of science. And I just feel like that's a really subtle way of building up both Nico and Phil's characters without actually saying it.
Yeah. And even the Sean stuff, talking about, oh, what makes you sad? What's the saddest thing? Oh, well, my dad died.
And he can relate to him.
Great stuff, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you take Phil's the fact that he has strong emotions? Like, how do you, or strong feelings that's like within him or whatever, but you can't like understand it? Is that
So they did say that most of his organic body is solely his brain. So if he doesn't have the actual organs to produce said chemical reactions in the body, it would make sense that he is feeling all these things. He just hasn't been able to express himself. So if he doesn't have, like, you know, eyeballs to cry, he's just gonna have all this sadness kind of filled up in his brain.
right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's oof. This is pretty heavy stuff.
Did Nico really have this view of science last loop? I would say that the passion was the same, but it might have been different in terms of what his insight, because Ichigo changed his insight a little bit in the last loop, but here is more.
I feel like an argument could be made for either way because of the fact of what happened when he developed his negator ability. If he could not forget the past and the trauma that came with that, then his love for silence was likely dulled, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah, as a child, yeah, it's even worse for Phil as a child, because it's like, well, you're a child, you don't even understand these things in general as a child, but also you literally can't even express yourself. That's tough. But I can't even imagine. Like, I can't even imagine that a 6-year-old that, like, yeah, no. Children express themselves a whole lot. So the fact that he can't even do that or even like understand it either, it's crazy.
Well, not only that, but they say like a common reason why children have temper tantrums, kind of what Wirt alluded to, is that children, they don't really know how to express said emotions. So
They
it's
just
it's their way to get it out of them. That's the only way that they can communicate that to other people. And I feel like in a somewhat similar sense, that's why Phil's so, you
It's
know,
even worse.
cold face. I know he doesn't even have the ability to lash out like that. So if he like actually tears up here,
yeah, that's
that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit.
Maybe it has to do with like the soul. Soul, once again, soul is the name of the game. That would be kind of cool if he like astral projects, and when he does, he's like a normal kid, all happy and expressive. If he can find a way to like help him out that way, I think that would be pretty cool. And it'll be kind of funny, comedic, sad, but comedic to see him like he's just, you know, stone faced and talking like a robot, but then when the soul comes out, he's
this is the soul.
And then he comes out like, oh man, like this is a whole different kid. That'd be pretty cool.
Moisture in the air, or Wirt. Don't ruin it.
All right, you ready to hop into 159?
Yeah, guys. So if you are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. If you're not subscribed already, feel free to subscribe. We will be reacting to volume by volume of this series up until the end. We're reacting to My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer on the channel, in addition to some backlog stuff that we have to release. But how this is going to work is I'm going to blind react to chapter 159. And then once I am done, caught up with chat, that's when Vante will have his own blind reaction to this chapter. We do post that on our community post. So make sure that you vote for that if you have a specific chapter that you want us to read and react to, both of us. All right. So, with that being said, let me get into chapter 159. Phil and I will keep these things distracted. Get his mother to the ship while you have the chance. Chapter 159, Entruster. I like that title. Roger. Creed, provide me some cover. Roger that. The mother's looking up. What is it? Oh, the queen. There's always a queen. The queen. Where's the queen? The queen? She was there before. It's their boss. The queen that gave birth to them. What? The queen is the one that ate that thing and grew massive. Its strength is out of this world. We can't go moving around. If it finds us, then we'll be finished. You hearing this, Fuko? Yes, but the queen should display the same habits. They're all after Phil's feelings. If you gave me that line any chapter or episode before chapter 159, I would not have believed you. So, with that being said, let's keep going. They'll keep being drawn to him. Feelings, it can't be. You have them. These aliens react to emotions. There's no doubt about it, Phil. You are a human with feelings. I have feelings? I'm a machine, but I'm human? So listen, Phil. Back in the previous loop, you had a negation ability called Unfeel. A negation ability? Yeah. It's an ability that negates your own feelings and senses. I don't know how hard it is to live with, but there's one thing that's for certain. A negation ability dwells in the soul. Just like the you of the past, the you of the present has a soul as well, Phil. You had such an amazing soul, full of emotions, that even God was eager to negate it. You're human. I see. That's good. Negation ability! Negation ability! Mom will be Phil? No way! Buko! It's below! The queen. Oof. Gross. It's true. Little by little, my feelings are getting quieter. Phil! No, not now of all times. This is Unfeel. Mom, you don't have to worry. I've had feelings. I've had a soul this whole time. Unfeel. No! Phil! Flashback. You're awake. It was a success. Your name. Can you remember it? Phil, age 3. Well, how's the link with your arms? Sorry, I can't move them that well. It's fine. No need to rush. Oh, man. Look at this montage. Mite. My hands move. Amazing. Phil, you have always been such a kind child. He blinks. Oh my God. What is this, Chainsaw Man? If you know, you know. I'm inside its stomach, he thinks. The crew members, they got taken out by it. Jake the doll? Take the doll. Take the doll? Is this thing birthing a body by eating the emotions of its prey? It's trying to obtain feelings? Is this thing trying to have an evolutionary change? That's the thing that Mom and the others collected and researched. She told me that it was dangerous, but these things grew bigger by absorbing this power. Touches it. Squeak! How does he get to remember all this? These are my memories, ones I wasn't aware of. the Union, Negators, God-slaying, even the ones who saved me. This is, back in the previous loop, you had, she was right. In the past, artifact Entruster, an artifact that converts feelings of anyone who has used it so far into power, was inside of you. In order to use it, you must offer your own body to it. Those who use it have their feelings extracted and are left debilitated on the first try. The artifact is far too risky to use. However, Phil's one-of-a-kind ability, Unfeel, right now, I'm the same as you. Unfeeling, right? Can circumvent the risk. This is insane. Insanity. That wave of faintly recognizable emotions has receded just as quickly. My concern towards various things is starting to fade, but though the feeling is meager, there are still people who I want to save. I don't know why anymore, but I think this conduct, the act of fighting, is the sum of the feelings that I wanted to show to Mom. Bang, 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 bang. It's not doing anything. You gotta kill it from the inside, just like the little ones. Damn it. Fuko, fall back. You're at your limit. It's already been hit by several bad bullets. There aren't enough sources of unluck. Damn it. I'm not letting you get your hands on Phil. Bump. What? Phil! Got him up, my man! Oh, and the soul is right there, too. Oh, no, that's kind of like a laser foot. Phil! I'll give them to you. I'll use my feelings to defeat this thing. Slow clap in the chat, guys. Well done, Tozaka. Phil the goat. Ain't that the truth? 2 goated Phils. You know, Promised Neverland, this one. Oh, that makes sense for it. That was such a heavy chapter. Artifact Entruster converts feelings of anyone who's used it into power. So is this like a black hole of emotions that turns energy or feelings into power? I can't say I quite understand how Entruster works, but oh, okay. Thank you, Clicks. That makes a ton of sense. And someone. Thank you. Oh, he is wearing some artifacts. Let's take a look. A sword? Some sort of... Oh, gun. Okay. Yeah, great chapter, guys. I blew through that. That was a lot of action, but let me get Vontae in here. Give me 1 second. No, you're probably right, Wirt. They do look like that. Okay. What? Undead Unluck has remained like on a hot streak, without a doubt. This series just keeps getting better and better. Truly.
All right. Weird. Series keeps getting better and better, truly? Okay, bet.
You'll see.
All right, bet. All right. Chapter 159 is my time. My time is now. I'm Sean Cena. See what I did there? Anyway, let's go. Let's continue. All right. Let me. Come on, Shonen Jump app. Don't mess with me. Okay. All right. Everything should be cool. Make sure it's good. Wait. Hold on a second. Making sure everything is set. All right, cool. Chapter 159 is called Entruster. Phil and I Phil and I will keep these things distracted. Get his mother to the ship while you have the chance. Roger, Creed, provide some cover fire. Roger that. What is it? The Queen. Where is the Queen? The Queen. She was there before Mr. Boss. The Queen that gave birth to them. I was thinking about that. When the second wave came, I was thinking that there was some kind of queen of those things. The queen is the one that ate that thing and grew massive. Its strength is out of this world. We can't go moving around. If it finds us, then we'll be finished. You hearing this, Fuko? Yes, but the queen should display the same habits. They're all after Phil's feelings. They'll keep being drawn to him. Feelings, it can't be. You have them. These aliens react to emotions. There's no doubt about it. Phil, you're a human with feelings. I have feelings. I'm a machine, but I'm human. So listen, Phil. Back in the previous loop, you had a negation ability called Unfeel. A negation ability? Yeah. It's an ability to negate your own feelings and senses. I don't know how hard it is to live with. I don't know how hard it is to live with, but there's one thing that's certain. A negation ability dwells in the soul. Just like the you of the past, the you of the present has a soul as well, Phil. You had such an amazing soul full of emotions that even God was eager to negate it. Oh, I love how Fuko's putting it. I mean, because it's facts, but I love how she's breaking it all down. Look at that panel, too. His eye, then the cutoff and showing his mouth. You're human. I see. That's good. Oh, there we go. Mom will be pleased, Phil. No way, Fuko. It's below the queen. Shit. It's true. Little by little, my feelings are getting quieter. Finn, no, not now of all times. This is unfilled. Mom, you don't have to worry. I've had feelings. I've had a soul this whole time. Unfilled. Look at that. I love how he's drawn. The detail there is fire. I really like the shading. Fire. The white, the black, the gray inside the mouth. No, Phil. You're awake. It was a success. Your name, can you remember it? Phil. Age 3. So yeah, that's when the whole surgery experiment thing went down. Well, how's the link with your arms? Sorry, I can't move them that well. It's fine. No need to rush. My boy's Pinocchio out here, man. A lot of that symbolism. Look, my hands move. Amazing. Phil, you have always been such a kind child. I'm inside its stomach. Oh, look at all the other astronauts on the team and whatnot. The crew members, they got taken out by it. Somebody wrote take the doll on the wow. Interesting. Okay. What the fuck? Whoa. That's the thing that mom and others collected and researched. She told me that it was dangerous, but these things grew bigger by absorbing this power. Whoa. So that must okay, so that's an artifact doll. Gotta be. Because you seen all that I see on the top left, you see when he was the first I think like one of the first times we seen you film on the battlefield. Squeeze, whole bunch of other stuff that we didn't really see, I don't think. Or obviously like the sucking of the thumb and stuff like that. These are my memories, ones I wasn't aware of. The Union Negators, God slaying, even the ones who saved me. This is back in the previous loop. You had, she was right. In the past, I artifact and trust her. Oh, okay, so that's entrust bad. Okay, what's inside of you? Whoa, an artifact that converts the feelings of anyone who has used it so far into power. Hmm. In order to use it, you must offer your own body to it. Those who use it have their feelings extracted and are left debilitated on the first try. The artifact is far too risky to use. However, Phil's one of a kind ability, Unfill, can circumvent the risk. Right now, I'm the same as you, unfilling, right? Wow. So another sentient type of artifact. Who was just talking about that earlier? That wave of faintly recognizable emotions has receded just as quickly. My concern towards various things is starting to fade, but though the feeling is meager, there are still people who I want to save. I don't know why anymore, but I think this conduct, the act of fighting, whoa, this is some of the feelings that I wanted to show to mom. Wow. Okay. See Foucault and them out there aiming at the mouth of the monster and the alien. Damn it, Foucault, fall back. You're at your limit. It's already been hit by several bad bullets. There aren't enough sources of unluck. Damn it, I'm not letting you get your hands on Phil. Uh-oh. What? Wait, what's your page? Ooh. Oh shit. Ooh, he has like a kind of remind me of Edward from Full Metal Alchemist when he has, when he uses his mechanical arm to make the sharp blade thing, majig. Phil, you got it though. I'll give him to you. I'll use my feelings to defeat this thing. That's huh. That's this mangaka man, very creative. He's expressing his emotions through power. That's that's interesting. And trust her. Feelings of anyone who's used so far into power. In order to use it, you must offer your own body to it.
The one
It
thing
was
that
perfect.
I kind of noticed from the previous loop, is that Phil is objectively one of the stronger negators, and I always thought it was because of the different artifacts that he had. But this body, this entruster body, I feel like it was built up with the strength of all those that died on this platform that we never knew about. So this thing fed off of all the emotions of all the killed crew members, and now it's going to start feeding off of Phil's remaining emotions.
Yep.
I don't know. That's kind of risky.
It
like
is.
How many emotions? Is it like regenerative? Is it like a fixed amount? I don't know.
So you gotta do some soul things, something with the soul, so you can like improve it, so you can. I don't know, so you can like.
Oh, stop! Stop! Uno momento, guys. Mad Mata, that's a good point. So was in interest. I'm already forgetting. Like, yeah, Advante back.
I don't know what that was.
That's okay. Isn't Truster like? Was it just floating in space, or was it something that just kind of like randomly? I don't know,
think
was
so because then they
picked up
said
by
that
this
the crew
crew
caught it.
brought into.
Yeah.
I think the crew was using it, but I don't know whether or not they brought it up from the planet into space, or if this was something that was just kind of like floating around space.
I want to say around space, just because we're in the space arc. I don't know, just because.
Well, it makes you think, like, how many different artifacts could be just floating in space, especially with Uma Galaxy added.
Yeah, that is kind of unfair though, because they do say that everything would just like kind of spawn on Earth. So what you're saying about it, like if we got it from Earth and then we're out in space with it, so yeah, because that would be kind of unfair. Like, come on now, like really, we got this stuff outside of space. Unless it's like orbiting around to the point where we couldn't get it really easily, then that's fine. But if it's like drifting away, then like nah. Yeah. Anyone who tries to use a entrustor will get their feelings sucked away into an entrustor, which then turns those feelings into power. Usually it disables the user, but feels on feel negates it. Exactly. So it's just a perfect pairing, basically.
I think so, man, Mana. I feel like this whole experiment was to see like what humans, and I kind of speculated this earlier, like what human development would look like if they originated in space. Now I saw maybe like either a documentary or kind of like a series on like what humans would look like biologically speaking in maybe like 2 or 3 million years, and our eyes are growing bigger. We're all getting kind of like a similar like light colored skin, and then I want to say black hair is probably the most prevalent in terms of like sun resistance. But they're saying like if you developed in space or if you developed on another planet, let's just say Mars, like would you develop orange skin for more
He froze. Uh-oh. Now he froze. What's going on? Luna is doing too much. First, I got kicked out for a second. Now he froze. Oh no, internet. Internet. No. Come back. Come back. Come back. At least we're almost done though. Yeah, I know. So many freezing. I'm telling you, it's Luna's doing this, bro. Luna said, "Hey, let me intervene real quick. Let me throw in some tragedy for you real quick." Ruh-roh. So this is where I asked, did Luna deliberately give Phil on Phil? That's what I was thinking about, because he was in the perfect place to get a trusser. Exactly. I don't know, man. I think probably because if Luna's the one that's like giving the negator ability, like giving negator abilities to people at specific times, and also creating the artifacts in itself, it does sound like she pretty much cooked that whole plot up right there for him. Let me see for a second. He should be coming back, I think, in a second. Yeah, Thruster is perfect for him. That's crazy though. Like Phil was already this like doll type, quote unquote robotic type. Well, technically he was kid that already lacked the expression of his emotions, and then you had the negating ability in itself on top of that, and then now you have this artifact that's also with that can pretty much utilize since he can't express his own emotions, is basically aiding him by using those emotions to express it through power. Phil is very complex. He might be the most complex when it comes to like just his being, his existence physically and emotionally. Like those two things in tandem, that's just crazy. Yep. good. Luna keeps on attacking us. She kicked me out and then she froze.
Mm, not the best technical wise today. I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
You were talking about like you're saying how the development would be differently, like depending on what planet you're on. You're talking
Oh,
about like Mars, orange skin, stuff like that.
yeah. So that was right about the time that I noticed that it was frozen. So I can kind of pick up right directly from there. So they're saying like depending on what planet or environment that something develops in, especially from birth. So a famous pair of U.S. astronauts is I should know this. One of them's a senator for Arizona. They're a pair of twins, and one of them stayed on Earth while his brother got to, stay in the space
I think I
station
heard this before.
for a couple of years. And then I think it was the bone density that had actually changed for the one that was living in the space station. I think it was less dense, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little bit more brittle, but it allowed him to, I guess, move a little bit quicker than his twin counterpart here down on Earth if they were to swap positions. So,
Right. You think that entrustor resets each loop, or because of the memories it carries power from Phil's feelings last loop? Well, yeah, we know some artifacts do carry over info as like remember and I mean,
you think that's related to the
probably.
souls?
Probably. Because this artifact is really interesting right here. Entruster, that's
Mhm.
very soul. I mean, actually, a lot of
That's
artifacts
literally
are
its
soul
thing.
related.
Mhm.
I think every artifact is like a rebellion. That was a whole like life force thing.
Yep.
Soul
Obviously,
Calibur. Souls and Hearts is the name of the game. Souls and Love is the name of the game. What's next? Is there anything else that's like been consistent throughout the series? That's like we need this in order to succeed. Soul,
Guess trust.
Love, trust. Yeah.
Like you have to trust your teammates to be able to save you in the next loop. You have to trust that, what they're saying today is actually in fact true. So you have to have a lot of trust.
I can't wait to see like what other ways will some of these characters like change their interpretation of their own power and get stronger. I want to see how far can it go, And it's already everybody's power is already broken. I haven't said it in the last loop. In 100 it was broken, but like I wonder how far can they go. Do you think Fuko has like another level that she can go because of her interpretation?
I do. I feel like it's going to be her imparting her unluck onto souls next, because we're starting to build up with this volume how Nico was saved because his soul was not affected by her unluck. Only the physical body was. So even though Disc crashed into his soul, it didn't have any effect. And I feel like to a similar extent, how are you going to defeat Sun? I feel like you would have to touch or impact the soul of Sun itself. Otherwise, because its physical body, my God, that thing is like one of these tardigrades. You're not putting a dent in it. You're not stopping it. It's got all that heat associated with it. If we didn't even have Unburn, we'd have been burnt to a crisp. So,
right. Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, when it comes to defeating God, I would assume that like soul stuff. That's like the only way you can defeat God is the soul, the core. Because physically, it seems like they both of them, Luna and Sun, would just like I don't know, regenerate and stuff like that. But
I wonder if that's why Luna bet on humans instead of the rules. Maybe because she was aware that humans could unlock the soul, as opposed to the rules who are, to this point, seemingly wind them up robots, like kind of how Phil was talking about.
Right. See, that's why Spring stocks, man. That's why Spring is so interesting because so far he's been one of the only Umas that not just personality, because Spoil had personality, Burn, but like when it comes to like overall similar to like a human, I would say
Mm-hmm.
that Spring was like the one. So that's interesting, and I guess still kind of in a
Yeah.
way, but I was mostly Spring. So that's interesting. I wonder. Hmm, I do wonder what's going to happen with the Umas. Like, will we work with them in the end, or are they just going to still be against us or forced to go against us? Because I have a feeling that there's going to be a switch because we're both pawns to both gods. So I think we'll
Yeah.
probably have to team up at some point.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's going to depend on if they can communicate with the Umas. If they can have, pun intended, a heart to heart.
Mm-hmm. And what happens if it's like another still situation, but that Uma takes like absorbs like hella like hundreds of different rules? What
I
the
mean, we
hell are
got
we
way
gonna
more
do?
rules in this loop than we did in last one because we just
That shit will
jumped
look
forward 26
wild.
years. It's
That'll be
insane.
wild. What the hell do you do against that? Especially, and then you also have to capture some so you can be okay. Like when we were trying to do with the whole climate control and stuff with the seasons. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that'd be tough.
So, quick question before I get into the next chapter: do you feel like Arc? Do you think it could have one more loop in it?
um,
And would you feel somewhat cheated if we did get one more loop? Because I know that it's been stated multiple times that this is the final loop by multiple characters.
yeah,
But
some false narration. We shouldn't believe it.
yeah.
I see when you said where it's like it feels a little cheap. It would. It just depends on what, like the circumstances. Like, what would it take for it to make you be like, oh, you know what, I'm fine with that.
I feel like we would have to lose or have a number of different of our negator buddies get killed off prematurely, unfairly. So I know you speculated previously that Luna could, in fact, hypothetically, take over control of a negator directly, much how like Sun is taking over Spring in the volume 9 or 10. So if she were to do that and to make like just Phil go on a
Oh,
killing spree versus everyone, that's not
mm-hmm.
fair. And I don't even know like what, I don't know. Yeah, I would feel somewhat cheated, but I do feel like it is seemingly more and more possible as we move closer to it, especially with Fuko knowing about the passing situation for the quest.
Here's another thing. What stops Luna from just creating new tragedies for them, new trauma? Like, what stops her from doing that? Like, yes, you're saving people already, but like, what happens if something else, like another traumatic experience, she has some kind of like influence on? I know it's strictly with like their powers, like but if she can find like another way to um interfere in some way, because some of them haven't even gone through their trauma. Well, uh, I guess we have to see for the new people if there's like some kind of, you know. But then again, it all goes down to like, does she want us to win or not? Because if she wants us to win, well, if she doesn't intercept anymore, I'm thinking that she kind of wants us to win. If she does, however, I think she's tripping. I don't know. I think she's still trying to. I don't know, but I think it's possible that she could.
It's also like, does she care more so about the end result of the game, or if she can play the game eternally? So if there's never any people that have ever remembered previous loops. So if Arc gets destroyed, let's just say in Truster, it's always, sealing up Phil to where Phil can never
Mhm.
talk about his feelings before. So Housto-Un, even though he learns of the previous loop, like he becomes unknown. If you completely seal off any sort of resistance, theoretically you could watch this same movie over and over and over and over and over again.
Mhm.
But would she
Yeah.
consider that playing the game?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Someone says Luna bet on the Gators to win. Don't know if she shoot herself in the foot like that. Yeah, but I also kind of it goes to like what Twitchy was saying. Like, does she just want to keep playing this game over and over, or does she like actually want to see us win? And like, who knows? What if she still feels like, even though we're doing so good right now, what if she still feels like we're not ready yet? Because I'm still thinking that because Luna's the one that's been making the most moves. I feel like more proactive than Sun has. I feel like Sun eventually he will be more proactive, and I think I said my prediction is that Sun is still going to be creating more, almost like Seal, for example. And overall, I just think both guys want to create more adversity. One to make us stronger, which is Luna. The other one to destroy us, which would be Sun. So.
Mm-hmm.
But loop wise, I'll just give my answer. I don't think I want to see another loop. I want to see if they can do this now.
Yeah.
But if it does happen, I can kind of understand. It just depends how long the story will be after that. Like, because if we're like, I don't know. Like, how many chapters would you want the third loop to be theoretically?
I would want us to almost like skip over all of this. If it's Fuko literally just trying the same thing to get up to the point to where let's just say that Luna takes control of Phil and kills everyone, it would get up to the point to where like Phil was starting to get unstoppable, and then Fuko would then go from there, and then you could just like do like a reloop of the same plot line, but just say like, oh, this is now loop 102.
Yeah.
Clicks. That's kind of what we're talking about. It's like, would that kind of negate everything that we've built up over these past 3 or 4 volumes? That's the problem with it. But
it'll kind of be like a Juiz situation. Like, we don't ever really see Juiz in the other loops. It's all off screen, but it's still similar.
Yeah, but so to kind of tie that back in with, we thought Juiz could potentially betray them or have her own kind of ideals in this loop, now that she's not the looper. Yeah.
I just kind of want to kind of set back a little bit.
The time travel, does it work in reverse? Because we didn't get Uma past yet. Remember that from last loop?
Yep.
So that would technically be a new loop, but it would be the same loop. So that'll be my answer. Like, we could use somewhat of a retcon with Uma past.
Yeah, it would be a retcon that they say it'll be the last. Well, I just gotta think back to when. Well, okay, said 1-on-1. But I mean, hey, who knows? It could be unreliable narrators, and just like it could be that situation. But given that multiple characters said it, and yeah, it seems like this. Right now, we're trying to get all the Union back, and I know it's going to take until I don't know which chapters. It's going to be a good amount, and then we'll go to that final stage of trying to end this last in the 1-on-1. All right, you gonna jump into 160?
Yep. While my internet is still alive. All right. This is the last one of the volume, guys. So hopefully, don't have any issues. Phil, now's our chance. Everyone, get to the ship. Yeah, we're going home to Earth. Phil, you hurry over too. Something shoots out. Oh, tardigrade. It's latched onto us? The damn thing was still alive? This is bad. The escape hatch at the bow of the ship won't open like this. Phil, he's gonna fight it? That's absurd. Don't do it. It took all you had just to hit it with that surprise attack from inside its body. That won't work on it twice. Fall back. I get it. Get what, Fuko? Those things react to feelings. Right now, Phil has unfeel. Now that thing's dropped its guard, he can land a massive attack on it. But attacks from the outside don't work on those things. Scissors? A kill? Sheer stress. That's their weakness. Oh, when the door shut and cut it open. Damn, not half bad. Phil, my boy. Oh my God, he might be like the most powerful negator. Battle-wise, at least. Thank you, Phil. Now get back here. We can make it now. Thing was cut clean in half. Whoa! Another double spread. Trajectory calculated. Angle modulation okay. Phil's back. Mr. Creed, get us out of here. Gotcha. Let's blow this place and head back to Earth. Oh! That page panel is just perfect. Nico, what's going on? That you, Ichiko? I had no choice. Save your complaints for the dim-witted duo here. They're to blame for the trajectory being off. That's not what I meant. I'm sending satellite footage now. So, this is just like that movie. I know that doesn't narrow it down. It's not supposed to. It's always the alien space latching onto something and coming back home on the escape pod to where you cannot use the escape pod. Something is latched onto the ship. You won't be able to deploy your parachutes like this. Your previous set of calculations won't do any good. It's their eggs. Were they attached while it was latched on? What's the plan, Nico? Even we can't predict your trajectory now. If you fall in a metropolitan area, then hundreds could die. Phil? Wait, no. What are you thinking? No, Phil. Calm down. Phil's gone outside. Little idiot. He's trying to change our trajectory on his own? Do you have a death wish? This guy is the GOAT. Isn't there anything we can do? Have you lost it? We're in Earth's atmosphere. Even with a suit, you'd be incinerated. Just you wait until we're out of the atmosphere. Perfect time for unburn. Hey, Mom, what is it, Phil? Once this research is over, we're going to Earth, right? That's right. Even if someone tries to stop us, then maybe I can make some friends who can play Ayatori. You can and will. You're such a kind boy, after all. I'm sure there will be people who you can count on and who will support you as well. We're out! I have no doubt that you'll meet some kind souls you can call friends. Oh, they're trying to remove the eggs from the ship? As he kind of looks up with like his face cracking, kind of like tears. Phil! Mr. Nico, Phil's body it's not going to last. Is that his mom? Or Gina? Whoa, what are you doing, girl? Gina, what are you? If I touch him, Phil's body won't change. It won't crumble. Oh, is her hand gonna get burned? Ah! Phil's body temperature is super high right now. Gina, this is too reckless. Don't worry. Phil, now you can go overboard and be okay. Put the pedal to the metal. Just believe in me. No, in us, in the Union. Let's go to Earth. He can't, Phil. My God. Miss, calm down. You're not used to Earth's gravity yet. Phil! What? Phil! Phil! Where are you? Phil! Phil! Ah, thank you, Phil. Phil! Welcome to Earth. Thumbs up. Damn. What a way to end the volume. Welcome to Earth, baby.
Attaboy, Phil.
Phil the GOAT.
Attaboy. Strong. Was he talking about how Gina is strong? And that was
Strong.
Strong. They the strongest. And look what they did. They the strongest. Damn.
Oh, I can only imagine the sound design for this in the anime.
Mm-hmm. And once again, the pacing is really good. Like, from everybody that we've gotten on board so far, it's been like either almost like a full volume, just about, or actually, I think Phil's is probably the longest, huh? I think it was the entire volume, pretty much.
I think so. See you,
Aside from
Word,
like,
if you haven't left already.
oh yeah, peace.
Sorry, what were we saying?
No, I was saying that aside from the Sean and Gina in the beginning and just the preparation, his was probably the longest. Well, I think actually maybe that and Billy, Tella, and Creed is about 7 chapters too, I think. But yeah, I'm loving the pacing of it though. So I wonder who's the next characters that we're going to get like quick, like with Ishin and Yusai, maybe Top. Yeah, Top should be pretty quick, very quick actually. No pun intended. Unless it changes, because who knows? Like once again, we theorize like what if it was born a little earlier, which might be the case. Because do you think that they would? Yeah, because he wouldn't even be born yet. Like, yeah, until
he would have to already be born to be the same age as Haru or Ishin.
Is he the same age as Ishin?
No. He is much younger. That was the thing.
But he would have to either Fuko have to do the passing thing again to let years go by, or he'd be born earlier, like with Sean, which is interesting. I wonder, probably not, but both him and Sean are from Brazil, right?
Yes.
What if it's something that, like, I don't know, some weird shit went on in Brazil?
An artifact. An artifact is causing speed up.
That could
or Uma future.
Maybe. Oh yeah, I talked about this last, I think either the last reaction or one before, or live stream before, about what if they use Soul Calibur on Apocalypse. What I was thinking is that if they were to do that, maybe Fuko can like either have some influence on what's the next rewards or penalties, like by influencing either because the rewards in the Umas or whatever comes from Apocalypse. He like spits it out, he throws it up. So maybe you can do something like that. Like, I think either way we're going to use something with Apocalypse. I mean, he is a book, so that's Soul Calibur. Maybe.
I mean, why don't you just get Ichiko to soul punch him?
And just throw up. That would actually be hilarious. That would probably be one of the funniest. Like,
knock it off! Damn it!
Just throw out some coins like Sonic, or rings and coins, Sonic, Mario. Yeah, I love that Gina made him smile. That was cool. I really like that, man.
So he both has unfeel and he is able to talk now? Or has he not talked since he...
I don't think he talks since then. I don't think so.
Ah.
I don't remember his speech bubble this chapter. His specific one. I don't think so. He lost the ability to talk now.
Well, at least we know that he has feelings. It's just he can't communicate them. That is obviously the preferred, difference between the two.
I wonder, like, aside from fighting, I wonder how he would do that. Like, express with power. I wonder, like, what would he do? I don't know, show fireworks to show that he's happy or something.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you give him a little head pat and he like fires off a larger laser. We love
or
Phil,
smoke
man.
Comes out of his ears or something for something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that can work. That would be fire. Damn.
What a great volume. I've said the last 8 volumes in a row.
Streak. Undead got that streak, man. So I'm gonna ask you guys again. We asked like a while back when we first started. What are some volumes that you guys, from now on till current, that you guys like a lot? Like one of your favorite ones. So we got like 5 or so till we catch up. Just about.
I think 21 just came out in Japan, but I think they have enough content for up to like 23 or 24.
Okay.
So either have like 5 or 6 more, I'm thinking.
So what, 50? Yeah, about 50-ish chapters, 60.
Yeah, like 60.
Damn, we're really almost caught up. Damn. I don't know if I'm ready for that week to week.
Oh, only 1 chapter a week? Ain't no way.
It is Undead though. These chapters be pretty fire. Like even like the worst chapters of volumes are like good. You know, it's like
They have a draw to it, whether it's like an emotional setup, whether it's just like some world building. There's a good variety, and especially now that presently we're reading volume to volume, but there's a good mix of a lot of things in these 9 chapters each time. So I don't know if I will like that as much on a week-to-week basis, but that just, like Townsy's been saying, that makes the reread hit that much harder.
Who's next? I can't remember the roadmap, but
I don't remember either, but I would guess.
I do know who's next because I seen the volume cover. I do know who's next. I do. I lied. I do know.
I'm gonna make the thumbnail so you can tell me. Is it Rip?
No, it's Shin and Mui. That was the volume cover I seen a long time ago.
Gotcha.
I was like, I remember we were talking about, this was a long time ago when we first started watching the anime. I was saying that like we were saying that Shin is a very dieable character and that he really ended up technically dying. But I remember
you saw him on like volume 19. Yeah, you're like, well, I guess not.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny with context now because technically he died twice. He died the old Genshi thing and then the loop or dying at the end of 100. So
that's interesting. This is one of the weaker volumes, Osis.
That's fire. Really I love that. I like that.
I would give this one like a 8.5, 9.
It was like, I will say amongst all volumes, it might be on the lesser end for me, but I do think that I will say that I'm about to call him Adam. Phil.
Phil.
I think Phil is like the most complex character when it comes to his being, like who he is.
Okay.
Like very complex because he was already a robot before he even had the whole his unfillable. It's like it's all and then in trust. That's all. It's just crazy, but I still liked it a lot though.
Okay, so like 21 is the one absolutely that I should not do what I've been doing with this.
Okay, it made you join the Undead Unluck Discord. Okay, painful. Okay.
Speaking of Discords.
Oh yeah, I literally forgot about that. I thought about it the other day now. So yeah, we will be making a Discord so you guys can all join, so you guys can get even updates even earlier, before the YouTube people who haven't joined yet, they're on YouTube, they'll get it, but you guys will get it earlier, and you can talk to us and talk to each other and all that. So it's gonna be good. Talk about other manga, anime, all that stuff. Please don't look at Volume 21 cover. Okay, so he's going to make a thumbnail from like the prior one or something like that.
I'll just put like redacted over like the entirety, or like a warning. I'll put the yellow warning tape.
What's the one, the recent one that came out with Andy with the I don't know, ray of something that crashed down on the building? What is that? Is that
was
one?
20?
No.
Is that the one you guys are talking about? Because we've already seen that one, or is that 22 or 23?
I doubt it's that one. If it is, I don't know what the hell that is. Anything could
it's Andy coming back. It's Andy coming back.
Yeah. I don't know if he came back earlier. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, if he hasn't, then we know that that's the one he comes back in.
If with his cheeks out just in front of us on the cover, like, come on, dog, what are you doing, Andy?
The
cat's on covers 20. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. We've both seen it. I haven't like stared at it, but yeah, we've seen it.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. Like, I mean, yes.
Oddly
Andy,
enough,
but like,
guys, I've only gotten 2 manga panel spoilers for this series ever, and I think they are both from Volume 21, based on the volume cover.
I haven't seen nothing else. Yeah, I haven't seen nothing. The only thing, like I said, was the name of this arc that we just read. That's like the only other spoiler that I had, which is not really a spoiler because I mean, you know, we're supposed to save everybody anyway, so it's an arc, save Phil arc or whatever.
Let me ask you this, Vontae. Do you feel like this is too easy up until this point? So we are now 3 volumes in. It feels a little convenient. Okay.
I think it's on purpose, though. It's by design. Because once again, I would be upset if it was hard, like very hard in the beginning. Because like, okay, Fuko, and I've said this time and time again since we started.
She prepped for 200 years.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to come to a point where it's like, oh, okay. And I think that's going to be around time where Andy comes back because we're going to need him.
I see.
And I could tell it's going to get pretty hectic, especially if they talk about volume 21. That sounds like that's where the adversity comes back, which is cool because we needed to get these people back anyway. Like we only have 4 seats now officially with Billy coming.
No, I don't even think we have 4.
Well, yeah, he technically didn't, but that's interesting.
So, like the quest reward, we still have not gotten a 4th seat.
True,
so we only have 3 official seats. We have a ton of people in the team. So I don't know. Maybe we won't actually get up to the 25 seats around the round table. It'll be just more metaphorical, in a sense that they're there with us.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because even looking at that panel, it does seem like a metaphorical thing. Like we're just going to get everybody, but it's not like.
I thought the opposite. I thought it was like we're going to have 25 seats.
Oh, I thought both, but I first thought it was metaphorical. Then I was like, no, it sounds like it's literal because why not? But now I'm thinking it could be metaphorical.
The reason why I was thinking, and this is kind of like a little headcanon thought that I had, was that it was literal, was that kind of related back to my question from earlier. Do you think we're going to have another loop? Because I was thinking, like, who would they put in the first seat that they would not want on the battlefield? And I was thinking, like, you'd have to put Lucy, right? Like, Lucy's not going to join the fight unless she's just going to touch someone and then they're going to run off. I don't know.
Who knows?
Like,
I mean, because
doesn't really fit in.
Her interpretation of her power could change and expand in certain ways.
Granted, she is great at using her soul. Mm-hmm. So it could be more so of her leading the soul charge. And yeah, she could definitely be the strongest one there because she's the one that, you know, set in the line of events to where we got to today.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait for our cast tier list for the 100 and then for this too once we start getting more people. But so far, I mean, okay, so far, are there characters from the last loop that we already met here that you like more than? Or do you think so far everybody's like either the same or improved? Or do you think any of them not regress, but like you like them less compared to their other iteration prior one?
Sean's obviously higher. Gina's obviously higher. Void is obviously higher.
Mm-hmm.
Nico, he's about even for me. I like both of them equally. Ichiko, she's about the same.
Yeah, she's about the same.
Tella, it's great to see a little bit more of his emotional vulnerability.
Oh, Creed's higher.
Creed is higher.
Billy is pretty much the same in a way.
It's about the same with Nico. I like both.
He just reinforces him prior. It's, you know, he's still the same guy, just with more context. For me, I think Nico's the only one that improved for me personally.
To answer your question, I don't quite know how I feel about Ishin being the grandfather. That's the one thing I'm just
I keep forgetting about that.
And that's the thing too, because it's like they're wearing the mask. So like Tozuka is getting to eat his cake and have it too. So in that regard, I'm just kind of like, yeah, he's a doting grandfather, but like eventually he needs to go.
That I hope he does something, like something, either learn more. I don't know, something. Because he's just
he seems pretty capable because he was able to craft those objects that Fuko wanted to help capture Sean in the first place. But it's like, what are you really like? What's the plan for Grandpa Shin here?
Hopefully it's something that has to do with like maybe he has good information about like a region or like that we have to go to. Kind of like with the spring arc, but like in a I don't know, whatever else pops up. I can't really think of nothing else for him specifically. Oh, and Yusai. I actually like Yusai a lot more now. She has more personality now.
She has more of a
last
character.
one, she was just kind of more disciplined, samurai.
She was also older. She was a mom.
True.
So it's not like she was the same person that she would have been if this Yusai grows up to be that age.
I really want how Rip and Latless going to be. I don't know why, but I kind of have a feeling that I'm going to like Rip less, but not in a bad way. It's kind of fucked up, but I think the trauma for him as a character is just, I don't know. It made his character compelling to me, the trauma part. So if he doesn't have the trauma, I think he's going to be cool still. Like he's going to have like a lot of funny, banter back and forth with like Latla or anybody else. But I don't know.
I don't think he's going to have the same emotional depth that he had in Loop 100 because the trauma was what made him like the sad, edgy boy. If you remove the trauma or at least, diminish it to a certain extent, it's not going to be the same kid. But
I will say it'd be cool if he was like close to Nico. They both have like similar personality in terms of like being cautious,
getting angry,
and angry and all. Yeah, so that would be pretty cool.
That's funny. Someone.
Sure, almost a good look. And plus, it's Yuki Kaji. You know what I'm saying? Yuki Kaji should never do anything where he's happy. He always got to have some trauma.
Sate.
Grandpa Shin mostly exists to travel baby Haruka into the future to help her / top age gap. Oh yeah, Grandpa's diable, by the way. Like he's top of the list. He's top of the list.
I want to go on the mission. No, you want to retire.
You know what's funny? He ends up being how I thought Ishin was earlier in Undead. Like just a samurai
before the reveal.
Just the brute that's there. There's really nothing that's going to like change for me as a character. But then once we've seen Haruka, it's like, oh shit, different. Muscle mommy. Who would have thought? Now we're just seeing old man. No offense to old people. No. If you're old in the chat, I'm sorry. I didn't it wasn't a stray. It was.
Let's look at our age demographics, and Twitchy's the oldest one ever. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Self shot. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about before we got out of here, and I'm just blanking on it. Oh, I remembered it. Is there something you want to talk about?
Just briefly. I'm just gonna say that do you think Shin and Mui is gonna be relatively the same?
Same power level?
Wise, no, personality wise, and their like relationship.
I mean, it's gonna depend on how the memories / souls get reintroduced to these current bodies. Because Phil, he is very similar, but also it might just be our perspective now, but he seems quite different as well. Yeah. And Nico, he's obviously a different person because he hasn't had his trauma yet, but will he be the same person because of kind of like the support structure that's been given to him now? Then he might be after he gets unforgettable, if he does still get it.
Shenanigans. Sean and Gina's shenanigans were great this volume. I have one more question.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, is it necessarily a great idea for Fuko to like allow them to see their traumas? Like once you
Well,
remember, like I theoretically it makes sense, but is it a good idea?
it depends on, I would say, kind of like the group chemistry that they have, because that could go sideways very quickly. But that might be the only way to get some people on the team, is to show them what happened last time.
Ooh. Trying to think of characters that would like imagine. Nah, I was gonna say imagine Juiz. Imagine Juiz. That means all of the loops, all of everything that she's been through will come back to this new her.
And can they explicitly choose who they give remember memories to, or is it everyone on the planet?
The way that they're talking sounds like everyone.
It does, but if you could choose not to know, don't give it to her. Don't give it to her.
No, I say give it to her. Narratively give it to her. So that, when Victor has a reunion with her, and like, boom, pow. And then she'll also be like, Fuko, you did a great job. Like, that would be a cool scene to see too. Like, her
Goodbye,
saying, you did good as a leader. Goodbye. Peace. Love you. Agoo.
How we recruiting Ruin? It's going to depend on the Stramen. Yeah, I know, it's a force of habit at this point.
Ruin, I mean, it's Fuko. She's gonna. It's crazy. How are you gonna recruit your killer? Relate to your killer? Like, she didn't even know him more than any. She doesn't know him. Well, technically now she, I guess, knows about him, but she didn't know him.
Maybe she could befriend Shadow and Blood and get them on the team, kind of similar to Clothy.
Maybe. I can't wait till we get to Ruin, though. I want to see what did he go through in his life. Like, what were you like isolated? Did you have nobody around? Were your parents like, what happened? Were you abused? Did you lose your memory? Let me think. Ruin, unruined. His life was ruined by something.
Well, I think because remember, it wasn't, his skin was burning when it's shown in contact with the sun. So maybe he has some sort of like genetic disease, because there is a hypersensitivity to light. And I don't know, maybe he was sunbathing out on the beach, and it just all of a sudden his entire body just was like starting to burn. But because of Unruin, he couldn't die. So he was just like charring like barbecue.
He do like being at the beach. We see him at the beach, I think, with Shadow and
Bloody. That's why I said that. So my point that I was going to make before we wrap this up is that do you feel there is another way to transfer negator abilities besides killing the current negator?
100%. Because the way that it was introduced, like the idea of that, to me, it seems like there's, I don't know if it has to do with points. Probably not. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. But well, yeah, actually, it might, because if this is Luna's whole thing, when it comes to negator abilities, points, maybe.
I think maybe we could trade in some points to selectively change someone's negator ability onto another person.
Maybe. But who you thinking of somebody in mind?
I'm thinking like we could use that to proactively save Nico. So like give him unforgettable now before his wife is on death's doorstep. So that way we can almost guarantee that he won't, he
won't. We got to find that person right now. The other.
Yeah. And that, that's the flaw in the plan, but theoretically I could see that or alternatively, like unrepair.
I had a pretty good idea. That's pretty sad. So say you have to kill people. Say the person that has it also went through that trauma, crazy trauma, and they don't want him, Nico, to get it during his trauma. So Ichiko, when Miko was born and whatnot. So basically, he's like telling them like, kill me, transfer the points to you before you get to that trauma. Yeah, that'd be sad as fuck. Like seeing somebody else that went through that has the power before, and he's like, hey, take it here. And plus, it'll technically put him out of his misery, which is also dark. But I think that would be a kind of cool exchange, because then it gives the killing somebody. Because for us, you wouldn't think that us, the Union, is going to kill people to take power. So if he like allows it to happen, I think that's the one power that people will be like, you know what? Yeah, kill me. You could take this, so you don't have to experience the trauma like I had to as well.
Would you even want to continue living if you had that power? Probably not. Like, that would be almost a mercy kill at that point.
Yep. And yeah. And it's actually a perfect transfer into power too, because it's like the next person I give it to, if they haven't went through the trauma yet, then hey, that would be perfect. Perfect scenario for them.
Theoretically, though, if they were to kill that person with unforgettable previously, that could be the bad memory then moving forward. They would always remember how that feels. So it's not perfect, but...
But I guess also it will also be looked at as like, well, this person saved me in a way. Like, and then maybe...
True.
And then maybe Fuko could finally tell him, like, you got your memory, or you got the ability when Ichiko dies from, when she went to labor and whatnot, and then, which sucked, but still it's like, okay, well,
that's preferable.
Knowing about it versus him having the power and never forget it, and then all that bullshit that happened with him, definitely. Damn. But then we also still got to think about saving Ichiko too, right? That's like still another thing.
Yeah, I think it was a temporary fix with Fuko using Soul Calibur. I think she said it had some sort of adverse effect on her well-being.
Right.
Do you see Fuko maybe like, I don't want to say losing her mind, but having like sort of a mental breakdown?
I thought about that earlier, but I forgot what made me think that. I forgot what it was.
I think it was because I know that she's such an empath. When Phil got eaten, like she was almost at the point of despair again, to where she's like, no, I did all of this. Like it was a perfect plan up until that point. And then she was just like, okay, well, thankfully Phil saved himself, but it's not guaranteed you're going to get a happy ending for everyone. And I appreciate that Fuko is trying to do that, but it's not guaranteed that it'll work.
I wonder if it does happen, who will it happen for? Perhaps somebody that already died before, like either Layla, Shin, or Mui's siblings, because we did see them on the roadmap as well. So,
maybe. That's right. I forgot about that.
It could happen that way again. It would suck if it was like the Layla situation, because it's like Layla and Rip are two people that we've like talked to and know about the situation a lot. Like, or at least with Andy, like he was like, "Yo, I got you." The next loop, and imagine he doesn't save them, or him and Fuko don't save Layla, which still gives the trauma to Rip and Layla. It would be cool to see a character that's still consistent from the last loop, where the same thing happens and they just don't get saved. I think we at least need that once, at least once.
When you said that, I immediately thought of Gina. She's been saying, "I'm going to be your second-hand woman. I'm going to be your right-hand woman." So, like, I could see her sacrificing herself for Fuko and dying in her arms again.
Oh man. Mm.
I am really loving Gina this loop, though. Let me just say,
Mm-hmm. She
solidified.
it's kind of funny because she has like she adopted her prior self's like personality while
A
also
little
still
bit.
having her own, which is kind of funny, and I actually like that because it's like she's like, you know what? Because she kept like kind of like quote unquote talking shit to her, like, yo, what are you dress? What? Why are you dressing like that? What's that? And you're like, you know what? I am her. Wait a minute. Wait, I am her. That's me, and I'm her. You know, I am her. You know what? I'm gonna start acting the way that like that too. Why not? But yeah, man, it's pretty much that's pretty much all I got. Great volume.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We just eclipsed the three and a quarter hours for this particular stream. For
Yep.
those of you that are still here and are unaware, I will be going on vacation next week. So the next Undead Unluck volume reaction to volume 19 will probably be at the earliest June 10th. So quite some time away. I apologize. We do have a couple of videos in the backlog, but I don't think I'm taking my computer with me. I'm going to a wedding for a friend. So with that being said, as Vante likes to say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you in the next video or stream, and peace.
Peace.